Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 33 of our fabulous No Name podcast. This is the best podcast, and if you don't listen to us, you're fucking stupid. I'm your host, Mrmoopsy, and here's my other co-host. Introduce yourselves, peeps.
It's me, Cosmic Jazz, hoping everybody's doing well today.
It is me, Baker, the icon. I've been watching too many Mighty Keith videos, so I'm two-stepping as we speak. Every time I take a pause, I will not apologize.
He's running downstairs.
And I'm Kawari, just a little duck here to chill with the no-name crew today.
Nice. So, before we begin, Kawari, would you like to tell everybody about yourself as far as like your Twitch or Instagram stuff?
I don't know if I can plug myself in like that. Okay, I got you. Well, my name is Kawari. I stream over on Kawari, Ko_Ari, and my Twitter handle and Instagram handle is turnoffgrowl, like raw growl. I draw. I do all my emotes on my stream, and I do a variety of games, mostly ranging from MMOs to RPGs, indies, fighting, literally anything you can think of. I probably played or know something about it. But yeah, I love ducks. That's my thing. And what else do I do? Everything under the sun, I guess.
Nice and nicer. Alrighty, so I guess now we can get into our quotes pod topics, which if you haven't been following me on my Twitch channel or my Twitter, I've been taking a break off of social media stuff, so it's going to be mainly my co-host here for the most part to give me some of that good juicy info there. But we will also be talking about Ghost of Tsushima, and we will also be talking about Last of Us 2 as well. Now, here's the thing. Do you want to do the FGC stuff first, or do you want to do the reviews first?
No, FGC stuff first.
I was gonna say FGC first because I don't know how big that section's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we have Kawari for a set time period. I don't want to keep her out too long.
No, you're good. You got me all night with y'all. I'm here to hang.
Yeah, remember tomorrow's her day off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is true. All right, FGC stuff. Let's do it.
All right. Apparently, there's a lot of perverts in the FGC.
Damn, you hate to see it.
Quite specifically in the Smash community.
That's a different P word.
Keyword.
Damn, that's good. Damn it, that is great. Yeah, different. Yeah, man, there's a different P word in the Smash community. But I mean, who would have thought, right? This community based off video games, featuring a bunch of men and women and everything in between, right? Who don't know how to socialize out there in the outside world would be perverts. Who would have fucking thought?
Wow.
Well, again, like it's different in the Smash community.
I thought she was gonna say something different. Just like you have a job. Don't you start this shit with me.
I have a job? What the hell are you talking about?
I have a job.
Okay.
When was my first day?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm fucking late for work.
I'm sorry. What I meant to say was you've had a job before.
Okay.
So you're kind of an exception to the rule. When somebody says hi to you, you only have a panic attack inside of your mind for only 3 seconds, which is, acceptable.
That's a record.
Oh yeah, only 3. That's what I'm saying, right?
No, so who are we exactly specifically talking about as far as either or? FGC, Smash?
I feel like the Smash one's gonna take a bit longer, so let's just go with like the more generalized FGC for starters.
Okay.
So like people are like in Street Fighter, people in Tekken, like that kind of shit. Because some people might know some names. The only ones, like the two biggest that I can remember are the whole Filipino champ and Chris G thing. Where one of them, if I'm perfectly honest, I think one of them is bullshit that they got fucking kicked.
There was another one with the. Oh wait, that's Street Fighter. Never mind.
I mean, you could just throw in any generalized FGC thing. It's not specific. I just want to save Smash P words for later.
Smash P words for later. Okay, see, what I was talking about was the Smash P word. So,
Oh, okay.
so when it came to Street Fighter, I think those were really the main two. Do I think they should be canceled for it? Not really. If anything, at worst, they should probably get gang initiated to be forgiven.
Now, for those who don't know what we're talking about, what are they getting canceled for?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like, this is why I have like the sort of difference in opinion kind of thing between the two situations. Because for Chris G, because I'll start right off the bat with this. I have no love for either one of them. So I'm just coming in from like, you know, my own personal point of view, and so like this for Chris G, he's getting canceled for some shit he talked about he talked about some shit about black women like 3 years ago. It was like roughly that, and like people like, yeah, they didn't like him for those comments for a while and all that stuff, and now all of a sudden it's just like, you know, 3 years later he's fucking getting kicked in at like the worst possible time. And it's like, what was it, like he had just barely moved to Seattle and shit, and so fucking after, like, as soon as those accusations came up, then he fucking got kicked off his team, and so he's just like, well shit, now I'm fucking stuck here in Seattle, and so then he did some charity streams and shit. If I remember correctly, I think he reached 10K at least.
Yeah. And but he also did something. There's some more specifics about that too that I wanted to add to it, but you're not done with your statement. So
I mean, you can go ahead and add, because like my memory is fresh as all fuck. So.
Another thing too is that another reason why people aren't accepting his apology. Take Miss Cuddlecore for example, right? Cuddlecore herself got offended at Chris G's words, and Chris G said he's sorry, but his actions didn't match his words. Because his community was saying a whole bunch of messed up things about Cuddlecore herself, which she doesn't deserve, right? And for Chris G to he looks at it, he sees it, and then he just lets it go. That's not what a remorseful person does. What a remorseful person does is check them on site, ban them, time them out, or whatever. Like, hey, you don't say shit like that about people. But because he let it go, it made his apology seem a little two-faced.
I can get that. It can definitely seem a bit more it can definitely seem more hollow in comparison. And like all the shit talking comments were like after he had made the apology, right?
Yes, because like, okay, there was the stuff from 3 years ago, but then when it resurfaced, he apologized again, but then he still didn't put forth either more or enough action towards it.
Okay, yeah, I mean that definitely makes his case worse. I still don't think he should be like super bad off like the way he was, but definitely worse than what I was originally thinking. And then and that's basically it for the Chris G part, right? Before I sort of combine the two into what they ended up doing. Okay, because then the other one was Filipino champ was the big one that like I know the big thing that started it off. I'm not super aware of any like follow through, but it was the big one that started off was just like this dumbass joke. Where he took a photo on his Twitter and he fucking put in like it was a photo of a watermelon and it said hashtag all watermelon lives matter, and then people got super pissed off and saying that was racist and shit, and then like there was a follow, and then it was like he got kicked off his team, right? Order.
I think so. And him and Chris G both got kicked off their respective teams.
Right, because I remember that there was like I know for Filipino champ there was the photo, then there was the backlash, then he had the stream where, I mean, ultimately all he was saying was like, I can't be racist, guys, I know black people, and then fucking, of course, I'm pretty sure that made it worse.
Most definitely.
and that's sort of like the shorthand version of the Filipino champ one. Are there any details I'm missing?
No, not really.
Okay, and so then well, good.
He mostly also like he did this thing where he apologized, but he also doubled down.
Was that in the stream?
I think it was in the stream because him saying, "Come on, guys, my best friend is black, so I should be able to say watermelon lives matter and shit like that," which to me sounds like a double down as opposed to an apology.
No, yeah, that's definitely a double down.
Which didn't help, but for people to be surprised by it, I'm not the least bit surprised. Filipino Champ's been an asshole the entire time.
To my knowledge, yeah. If there was ever a time I wish Venom was actually back on the podcast, it's now.
Oh, that's another thing, Kawari. You are having like a better attendance record than Venom right now.
Oh no, this is my first one too.
Exactly.
What? Oh no.
Like his attendance record's like 30%.
Okay. So I'm about 100. I got you. I thought I was going on like a year period.
No, that's at least these two. I actually missed some episodes myself.
Okay. Well, I don't know much about the FGC, but I'm trying to keep up with it.
Good.
Sorry, I'm dying.
At this point, I mean, kinda.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, do you want to admit your FGC?
Like all this shit's going down, man. But yeah, like I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. What I wanted to say was, I feel like at the very least, Filipino Champ shouldn't. I don't think these two shouldn't have gotten it as bad. But I feel like Filipino Champ should have at least gotten his ass beat.
that one for sure. Because, like, for me, the thing about, like, the reason why with Chris G, like, I feel like they should both get something, like some sort of reprimand. Definitely Filipino Champ should get one harder than Chris G. Mostly because, and I'm not gonna fucking say it's like, oh my god, well, it's inappropriate, because, like, I fucking listen to some edgy ass comedians, so, like, fucking 3 that I can name off the top of my head that is, like, fuckers will call, like, oh my god, that's, like, shocking, would be, like, George Carlin, Dave Chappelle, and Christopher Titus. Fucking, like, listen to Titus's retard bit, I love it. And so it's like, it's not necessarily like the content of what he's saying, but like he definitely, like, to do something like that, you have to like structure your shit like superbly, because otherwise it's just gonna come out as like bad and ugly otherwise.
Oh, so before we go any further,
you
might want to chill on the R word, mainly because you're on Twitch right now.
Are they sensitive about that?
Very sensitive.
TOS will come after anything these days.
They will.
Oh no, I'm canceled.
TOS will eat your ass, son.
They will definitely eat your ass on that. Like, it's
right,
not
fine.
a laughing on that one.
I'll try to calm it down. But I will say though, in regards to that bit I was talking about earlier, like that is the bit. Like that's
right.
What the topic is.
Try not to say it outright. Do what I do and say "our gamer word."
I'll see what I come up with. No promises though. Sometimes it's reflex.
Oh, I get what you mean about the reflexes, man. But you got to be careful out here in the streets.
Yeah, I know. I get you. Thank you for the advice.
I'll look out for you, man.
But so where was I? So it was like, yeah, man. So it was like, I'm not against necessarily like what he was saying, or rather, like, if he's good, because he's claiming it was a joke. If you're gonna make a joke about that kind of shit, you gotta fucking craft that like so fucking well, because otherwise it's just gonna come off as like, oh well, you're just being an insensitive prick. And for Filipino Champs, it's like, yeah, he was just like half-assing some joke, quote unquote, and so it's like, of course people went after his ass because they thought he was being an insensitive prick, like simple as that.
Some people also thought that he was just doing it to get attention as well.
Yeah, There was this one
Because
comment I saw that was like, "Oh, I haven't been getting attention since Marvel 3, so let me just say something fucking stupid."
like, let me just say some shocking shit. You'll get the people going.
Also, notice Eddie, that was me trying to hold back my reflex.
It was?
Yeah,
That was terrible.
Man.
but I didn't say the gamer word.
Well, we're proud of you for not saying the gamer word, but you gotta hold yourself back a little bit better than that. Man. What the fuck was that?
I'm not used to it. I'm trying, but I'm trying for the podcast.
Good. I'm proud of you.
Strike
but
terrible.
like, but I mean, like that's my stance on it. That's why I think that him just trying to use like basically like a handful of excuses of like this is why I shouldn't get punished is really idiotic. Why he's trying to like sort of defend himself about that shit.
True. I'm with you on that one, champ.
I can't say too much because I'm just now learning about this myself. But as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I'm with y'all on that one.
Yeah, that it's just we live in such a sensitive time now where people's true natures are really getting shown out now.
Yeah.
Not to say that that's a bad thing per se. It's just that now because everything is so hyper aware now that people are starting to take notice of like, man, like people are. I ain't know you was like that out here.
Yeah.
Like some people's behavior is beyond me. And then also pushing the question, just like, yo, do I really want to associate myself with people like this?
Yeah, like I'm
Because-
sure the like a ton of communities are sort of like they have like all eyes on them and not in a good way.
Yeah, well, no, that's not necessarily it. Having eyes on you isn't necessarily bad. It's just people tend to judge you what truly makes a person is how they are at their lowest, right?
How they are at their lowest, and I would also add in their private life. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
and
and
their
they're going to be
private
judged there.
life.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that too. Like people are judged at their lowest points and also in their private life, but also when they have power.
Yeah.
Those three, I feel like those three things really make up how people really act, or like they show off their true selves. And because Big Homie Rona got people really at their worst. Like people are like really showing their true selves right now, and it's just a rough time for everybody.
Yep, it is.
Or when you give somebody some modicum of power, you see how people act when they have that power. Just like, oh, I got some power now. Oh man, I'm about to step on some people.
I know. How can I abuse this?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, how can I mess this up even more?
Well, it's not necessarily. It's just like you know. How can I put it? Like, how can I put it? Like, it's just like when you get so obsessed with power, you just think, oh man, what I imagine the shit that I could do with this power. And when people get that power, it's like you're seeing their true selves for a while. Or when you see somebody doing bad, like you see their true potential. And then when they get power, you just see it kind of amplified by two. Or even because even then you can equate it with streaming too. It's just like you get used to a certain amount of numbers, so when you get less numbers than that, and you whine about the numbers that you have, that's also a true sign showing as well.
I've seen some shit like that. I mean, we've also been seeing some holding myself back, questionable streamers talking about when it comes to like their opinions on like their viewers and shit.
Oh, there's so many streamers like that.
Like
What do you want me to think?
I can't even remember the name. I just remember the whole fucking twinkly lights fucking room.
Twinkly lights.
Twinkly lights.
What streamer were you watching?
Kind of curious
I
myself.
I wasn't watching, but like she was making like big headlines because she was like it was some chick streamer like sitting in a room, and she was talking about like how like oh like fucking you got if you have $5 yeah you can sub to me otherwise go out and work and shit.
Oh my god, she said that on live? Jesus.
Oh, I know you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
A part of me thinks that was just a publicity stunt, though.
Either that or she's flat out gamer word.
Gamer word. No, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
I know who you mean too, but I don't know, man. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I think that was really just for show more than anything.
I mean, I don't know the way that like 2020 has been like showing around how people are gamer words.
You are
like,
really using that word.
They really are.
Because it's my nicotine patch. Because you've seen people like running around like all maskless and shit. So it's like is there any real surprise now that there would like she'd be like there'd be people like that on Twitch just like fucking mouth breathers?
No, it's not. No, that isn't the issue. It's just that the issue with that one in particular seems a little. It's too on the nose. It's too overt. It's just when you see somebody acting all uppity about shit, it's quiet. It's. I got distracted because that was a really loud noise.
Yeah, I heard the thumping too. Everything good?
That's a regular thing.
Oh, jeez.
I was wondering what it was.
I would take the room and start banging my ceiling.
Upstairs neighbors, man. I told you, man, a lot of kids up there. A lot of kids.
Wait.
But even then, yeah, sorry, that threw me all the way off. But what I was saying is when like people don't overtly hate like that. A lot of people's hate is quiet. It's deep rooted. It's secretive. They keep it real close to the chest, but not so close to where they don't let it slip through.
Right.
People like when people hate like that, it slips through maliciously. Now, if I was to say I hate Jazz and his goddamn giggling sometimes, right? That's not malicious. But think if I like growled like a fucking dog every time Jazz giggled or something, that would be something like really malicious. I know it's a real term.
I would imagine you like DMX just like barking at the store.
Like this.
It's a silly example because I mean, come on now, you can't hate Jazz. We love Jazz. But that's just an example. Like if every time Jazz does something, it's just like, oh, I wish I giggle like that. You know what I mean? That's what I mean.
Oh my goodness. Nah, I get you though.
Thank you. I'm glad you understand.
Dude, do we want to stick on Christy and Filipino champ, or
just to finish off on what like they were up to is pretty much after they both got kicked out of their teams, they ended up making a podcast, and then that's the last I heard of it.
Yeah.
And then they're together talking shit together, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I think that they're supposed to be like. I think they were giving out some like some big secrets or some shit like that, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like that was pretty much it for those two.
Cool. So
that not really. I don't think I could ever really fuck with anybody that calls themselves a god and means it.
Oh my god.
So, what if they really are?
Low tier god.
Point made.
Point made.
Would you talk to anybody that called themselves a god unironically?
No.
I mean, I refer to myself as a god sometimes. I mean, I'm pretty godly with the sticks. I don't know. The keyboard swatches don't know anything about these fingers.
See, I can't fuck with you anymore now. You messed it up.
She's too good.
You hate to see it.
I'll learn from you. What do you mean?
July 22nd, 2020, Kawari has been disavowed.
Taken down from her high seat.
Damn, 2020 really been like that.
It's so crazy. It is so crazy.
It really be your own out here, dog.
Indeed.
But I'm surprised we didn't bring up the big one first.
What big one?
Mr. Wizard.
Oh yeah, because I legit forgot. They were like, because like that, like last 2 or so months, it was basically like accusation after accusation after accusation. At some point, you just sort of like drown it out as like, okay, well, basically everyone in the FGC is getting accused.
I just got canceled last week. How about you?
Exactly, 2 weeks before.
Yeah, every time I keep waking up in the goddamn evening, just always somebody. There's always somebody just getting exposed for something. And but also at the same time, a lot of them came out as like highly ridiculous as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was actually some people making jokes about it, which is something that you really shouldn't do so soon, or you know, while the shit's going down.
Yep.
But like,
Information.
Yeah, because like speaking of like big names, I know Mike Z was also getting
Oh my god.
outed.
Oh my god. He's a fool.
Yeah, he shot himself in the foot. Let's be honest.
Yeah, like that was so poor.
And like the funny thing about it too is that it's like it feels like he could have almost beaten a rap, and then he fucking just goes right back in.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like, let me rob this convenience store. I beat the charge. Now let me go back and rob that same exact convenience store.
Can't stop me now.
that was almost kind of like the OJ thing, where it's just like, hey, if the glove don't fit, then you must have quit. And then like after everything was done, it's just like, oh yeah, the glove fits, by the way. It turned out the glove actually fit. Who would have thought?
And then he had his buddy defending him and making things kind of worse, to be honest.
He tried.
Yeah.
Very loose quotations around tried.
He tried, all right? He did the best he could. All he was doing was just trying to defend his friend. And if anybody comes after you, Kawari, or you, Mrmoopsy, as you're on your own, I would defend you. I would defend you the best way I could, all the way up until it's just like, all right, man, I fucking tried, dog. Hey.
The thing is, I'm cautious about Eddie's help because I feel like if it looks bad enough, he'll just be like, you know what? Let me give you some more dirt on Moose. Like, what the hell did I do?
like Moose gets outed as a pervert, just like, you know, he's loved Tifa from the very beginning. Like, yeah, like, I mean, I don't know if that helps or makes it worse, but I just feel like I got something off my chest today.
Probably try to end up eating each other. It's just like, you know what? Fuck you. Here's some of the pervert stuff that Eddie does.
Just background eating popcorn. See, he said he wasn't helping me, so I'm just gonna be back here.
Then it gets all Piccolo versus 17.
Just like I'm getting canceled or something. It's just like, you know, Eddie's always hated carrots. Like, I remember one time in like 2012, he said like "fuck carrots" or something like that, and I don't think my vegetarian community will like that.
They were so offended.
But even then, I think we're too much of goofballs to go against each other. I think it would just turn into like a big ass comedy debacle.
I mean, hopefully, thankfully.
No, I don't think we've done such heinous things to where we would get canceled for it.
Because I'll say this too, like just right off the bat, it's just like, yeah, of course, our community should know that we're perverts. It's just that we like legal age women.
Legal age? Well, okay, we give the women of legal age consent for us to view their
There we
values.
go.
Well,
Yeah,
let me
that
put that
as
for you
well. That as
guys,
well.
because it sounded like you needed that
Yeah,
one.
so there we go. Because I was literally about to leave you high and dry.
I got you.
Because I mostly
got
meant like looking at like dirty pictures and shit. I didn't actually mean like physical stuff.
I was about to leave you hella high and dry. Be like, fuck that.
So we gotta like, hey, is this site legal? Like, am I
That's
following
true, that's
FDA
true.
regulations?
But see, like this. Thank you for all of that, Quarry. Like, I do legit mean that. However, it's just so many rules, I can't remember everything.
Kawari has been reavowed.
Thank you. I reclaim my seat at the throne.
Exactly.
Welcome back. We missed you.
We're glad to have you back.
For the first time.
For the first
time.
It's like that Spaceball joke. We meet for the first time, for the last time. Yeah.
But yeah, like I think we definitely did luck out with that. Like we came into content creation liking ass and titties, so
Yeah. They know what we were about.
Yeah,
Like that.
give me your real.
that and I'm single. Who the fuck cares?
Same.
You already know what it is.
Let's move on, otherwise we make Jess cry.
Whatever, man. One more small comment. You dodged a bullet, Jazz.
I'll take it.
But you know what, bro? Like regarding that thing that we talked about, so did I, bro. It's all good.
High five, yeah.
Alright, we dodging bullets like the fucking Matrix around here, son.
What was it? Oh yeah, Mr. Wizard.
Mr. Wizard and Mike Z, yeah.
Yeah. So I know a little bit about that and what happened there.
Let me put it to you this way, for those of you who don't know. The short version of it is, Mr. Wizard is a member of the Smash community.
Oh, okay. Fuck you. We're not doing it like that.
No, wait.
Alright.
Because there are things that Mr. Wizard has done that I don't know about the others.
Mr. Wizard got outed as a child love enthusiast.
Yeah,
That's one way to
member
put
of the
it.
Smash community.
Nah, man. We already have our Smash community jokes, and that's people that don't take showers.
Oh, yeah,
So-
those two.
Yeah,
Okay, one joke.
we already got that. Well, it's like, but if we just put it in vague terms like that, member of the Smash community, they just assume, all right, doesn't shower, probably smells weird. Moving on. Mr. Wizard actually got accused and actually was proven to he used his power to
Again.
persuade the little ones into underage teenagers into doing very explicit things. Yeah, that's it.
Jess, what was that one actor that was in that Call of Duty Advanced Warfare?
What?
I promise this ties into it.
There's so many.
I forgot his name.
Oh,
name
Kevin Spacey.
Thank you.
Yeah, because
Thanks,
didn't
bro.
he try to sort of like do like a Kevin Spacey kind of thing about it?
No.
Not necessarily. Kevin Spacey's style is kind of weird the further you go into it.
Because I know the big one where he tried to defend himself by coming out as gay, and it's just like, that ain't gonna help you, homie.
Yeah, Mr. Wizard didn't do that.
Yeah, he went from like, no, this, I'm like, hey, I'm sorry for the people that I hurt. So this is a smear campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes, actually.
Even worse.
Yeah, he was just like, hey, some things have come out about me. Hey, I just want to apologize for the people that I hurt. I never intended to I never intended to persuade small children to go skinny dipping. in front of me
Ugh.
using currency for the arcade that I love so much because I work there. I never. What?
Just thinking about
What?
it grosses me out.
Oh yeah, that shit's gross.
Oh, see, y'all were growling like I was wrong or something. It's just like, you niggas want to correct me?
No, I was
No.
fucking gagging.
Sounds of disgust, my friend.
Yes.
I'm like, but yeah, he did things like that, but he apologized for it because people went and proved it. And then he was just like, no, this is a smear campaign against me. And like in the years that stuff allegedly had, oh wait, hold on, I did that wrong. In the years the years I did that shit, allegedly, no man, my name was different. No, you can't do that. Then there's just like, well, if you go back into the DMs now, all the way back to the years that you allegedly did these things, of course it's gonna have your current name there. You didn't delete it.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
I like how it almost sounds like he's going like, I'm sorry that all these people are telling fucking lies.
yeah, and like that's what it actually turned out to be. It's just like, oh shit, people are like giving receipts to this shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And receipts are important.
And then he got fired as CEO of EVO.
By
And
the
then
Cannon brothers.
For the Cannon brothers, yes. One of which made a GGPO.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a whole bunch of other stuff.
And then Evo got canceled.
And then Evo got canceled. Because as soon as
this virus still ain't fixed.
Because ever since that shit came out, man, everybody was just stepping out of Evo. Mortal Kombat stepped out of Evo. Mortal Kombat didn't give a fuck about Evo to begin with.
No.
I think it was the first one to step out.
Just like, oh, sweet, we're in Evo this year? I mean, I guess that's cool.
So you're crawling back.
Oh, no, we ain't doing that. Not today. Then they backed out. Then Bandai Namco backed out of, all 7 of their games not being an Evo anymore. Just like so many people just pulling out. Just like, you know what, man, we're just going to go ahead and just cancel Evo this year. We tried to do it online. It ain't working, dog.
When all this shit was getting confirmed, it was just like this first company's pulling out. Then it's like 1 hour, 2 hours. It's like this company's out 3 hours, 4 hours. This company's out.
Yeah, it was not a good time for anybody involved.
No.
So
and that's how that went down. Sorry.
So I will say, just slightly on the topic of Evo, I don't agree with this notion that started to really top off the saying that Evo should be gone altogether.
No.
No, the comments about Evo being gone altogether is also backed up hate from all the bad times that people had at Evo to begin with.
Hey, probably a bunch of people that drowned in pools or something.
No, well,
I
kind
was
of.
memeing.
Okay. No, a lot of messed up stuff went down at Evo.
Oh yeah, I know. Like there was also that stuff about I think some of them have said like no more drinking at Evo or some shit like that.
Especially after last year.
Yeah.
Because people were getting touched and stuff, man. Just a real bad time to be an Evo supporter.
Yeah. So it was I know that there was a lot of that kind of crap going around, but I don't, because essentially it's all what you need to do is just clean it up. You don't need to get rid of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like finding a mistake in your editing and then you just throw the whole project away. Just no, man, just clean that up, fix it up, put something better there, and then you're good to go.
Exactly.
That being said, though,
oh shit.
Here's my question to you guys.
Here's my answer.
Do you think that any of the other bigger events, not the small ones, the bigger events, will be the new Evo now?
Only because Evo was having a souring reputation now.
Yeah.
If Evo wasn't souring in people's in the fight FGC's eyes already, chances are people would be more open to just cleaning up Evo and then just we're still the biggest fighting game tournament on the planet. But because people who went to all of them were saying, "Well, I had a better time at like Combo Breaker and CEO and everything like that," it's just like, you know what? Fuck Evo, because people were already saying fuck Evo for other reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Evo, and I would much rather go here than there for millions of other reasons.
Mm-hmm.
People are already saying that, but I'm saying because people were already saying that, that's like Evo's gonna have to. I don't think Evo's gonna go away, but it's like it's definitely its stock is dropping while CEO and combo breakers and shit, and also smaller tournaments as well is going to get a rise in popularity as well too.
Like in my opinion, I feel like because Evo was like at the top for a good while, but after all of this shit going down, it's probably like it's gonna be like third or fourth tier. Like a third or fourth tier tournament for like a couple years while they try to like fix themselves.
Yeah.
Now, of the two that you have named, which one you think will take it first?
Combo breaker.
Probably Combo Breaker.
And why?
Because I think Big E's in charge of combo breaker, right?
I'm gonna say
I could
yes.
I could be. I feel like I could be, because I know Jabali is over CEO. Right?
Yeah, that's a given.
That's the given, and either it'll be either or, because CEO already had like famous people like wrestlers being affiliated with them, people from Japan and American wrestling as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just some shit that you can't beat. But at the same time, I also know that that's more of a Stardom kind of thing as opposed to like a Raw FGC event.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to a Raw FGC event, Combo Breaker is the one.
Okay. And you say the same, Moops?
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go with CEO on this one.
You monster! How could you?
You know I gotta do it, baby. But it's actually going off of something you literally just said, the Stardom aspect of it. Because what has Evo kind of been turned into for it to be so big? Kind of a con. Like
that's definitely something that like can keep people in attendance while they're not fighting.
Mm-hmm. And that kind of stuff can also draw a lot of other groups, like developers, like other companies, and other things to kind of bring their stuff to there.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to be right, but you're right.
Here's what I don't want, though. To be right. But no, it's because here's what I don't want. There's so far one company that is trying to do this, and who knows how long it might last, which is Mortal Kombat. What I'm trying to get at is, what I don't want is other companies trying to make their own sort of like Combat Cup, or not Combat Cup, but like
Their
like
own
trying to make their
fighting
own little like tournaments like specifically for them. Like, because it's like it's good when it's like CEO, when it's Combo Breaker, when it was Evo, where like, you know, it's just like it's just a mishmash of everything, right? It's just like a festival for fighting games.
Yeah.
And I feel like there might be some companies that'll think, you know what, we should just make it just like, you know, like Namco centric, SNK centric, Capcom centric, and I'd be like, no, that's a bad idea.
And you're saying it's a bad idea because it would take away from what makes these fighting games so great in the first place. You can't.
What makes the fighting games, what makes the fighting games great in the first place? It definitely sort of like fractures the community by splitting it up into different sections, and gets because one of the things I did really like about when I went to Evo was that it did still have like sort of a con/festival sort of feeling to it. And that's gonna be greatly devalued if I'm just going to like a Capcom specific sort of fucking event only for like a day or two.
Now, what if I told you that
No.
because okay, that's it for that. But no, what if I told you because of the current year, that actually might be more possible than you think.
I mean, for starters, I definitely think it'd be like a waste of money. The other thing too is it all really like depends on attendance because, for example, well, attendance and like showcase because, for example, say it was like 2012, right? And like it was Capcom doing like the same things, right? That was not a good year for them because all they really had what was it that they really had? Like they had like 3 fighting games out at the time. They had like I think it was Arcade Edition, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Patch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. They had Arcade Edition, Street Fighter 4. They had
Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
They had Cross Tekken, and I think that they were barely no. I think it was the end of Marvel 3. And a festival with just those 3 games would most likely not be worth going to, because for one thing, it would essentially be 2 games. Like, I'll surprise the pod listeners by saying I still dabble with Cross Tekken, but but it's just like that game was not well received, so you'd only be really going there for like 2 games, and there would be like no reason to stick around. Because knowing the venue, it would not be big enough for you to want to like play those games.
Yeah. But the reason I say that, well, go ahead.
Because I was also gonna just finish up with saying, like, we were at Evo, and there were like consoles lined up all over the place, but not a single place to play.
But no, the reason I was saying this is because of the way the year has gone and everything's been hit drastically thanks to Corona.
Big homie Rona.
A lot of places are actually going to be closing up shop as far as their tournaments have been going. Just recently, KIT has been said to not be going to be open next year.
No!
They can't afford it.
Yeah.
There was another tournament that recently said that as well. Final round is taking a big hit, so they're already saying it's probably going to be smaller next year, a lot smaller.
Shit.
Yeah, like a lot of tournaments are getting hit very hard to the point where, as much as I hate to say it, that might be more possible than you think because there's not as many places to hit. So the tours and stuff can't be really tours anymore.
Right. Like people can't go out. Well. Especially not in the U.S. But that's
especially not in the U.S. Wear a damn mask.
Fuckers.
But going off of that, I was going to say something else about like the whole 2 games. I can think of their way of going around that is going like a classics kind of thing as far as cons go. Like, you can play these 2 games, but then you can also play all these old games we're going to have stations for, and all these other things, and blah, 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 and such and so forth. And then the older communities will be like, oh, yes, we can finally have our game back, and maybe you can tell them, hey, we want this game back in a new game, and that'll be good for like a year or something.
Yeah, I'm not super into it, but I think I think even like yeah, because I was gonna say like I think the chat also knows how I felt about like Melee going away.
I think everybody was like Melee's finally dead, except for like the few Melee players that are left.
Like fucking Hungry Box and all those fuckers that were just kind of like, oh man, I'm so depressed. Melee's not gonna be here. What? They're gonna be putting in Sam Show? Lol.
What's that game? Well, it literally becomes like the 4th game with the biggest numbers.
I know, right? It was like one of the most entertaining. You had a mirror match and it was still fucking good.
And, I think that's really all I have for that, per se. Do you want to move to Smash?
Smash.
I mean, I think that's...
Smash with those P words, though. Those P gamer.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't even know what the P word is, because I'm not familiar with the Smash community. So.
Oh, no. P word, P gamer word in this context is pedophile.
Oh,
on stream.
Oh yeah.
I had to.
You could send her like
Had
a
to be
private
done.
message or something.
Now, what I look like sliding into her DMs in the middle of the podcast?
In the middle.
What?
Hey girl, let me tell you about this P word real quick.
What am I, a member of the Smash community?
Now, what I look like? What I look like engaging in some Smash community activity? I take that.
I'm dead.
Like that, and whoa! Another thing too. Kawari is of age. If anything, how could I possibly be a member of the Smash community?
Dun, dun.
Seriously.
Plan unfoiled.
Well, yes, but the problem we're having is terms of service.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I'm not spamming it. I just said it the one time, and that was so she would understand.
Hey, there was context to this P word.
We needed
Sorry.
it. She needed it, so I gave it. All right, that's just what I do.
Hero. What the-
No name podcast out of context.
Oh my god, that's some clips of out of context words or phrases.
Nobody better bleep this stuff out.
Okay, YouTube.
We just need to start cursing like Sailor, so Jazz.
No,
I
let's
know,
not.
I am
Just a giant beep across the rest of the podcast.
I could go for hours.
Gonna make me use that that one image I used way back when it was like two gangsta had TI just pop up and I'm like, wait, man.
But, I mean, if we got nothing else for everybody else, then yeah, let's go to the Smash community and how they're basically on fire and probably making Keith sad.
Nah, Keith is actually quite sad.
Very sad boy.
You can see him right there agreeing.
Yeah. Good thing for Keith though, he isn't just Smash. He just likes Smash.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I feel like he lucked out in that sense that
He'll recover for sure.
no, I don't. To be honest, I don't even think he's even going to suffer.
I don't know about that one.
No, his heart hurts, yeah. But it's like as far as him being a content creator,
Yeah, because I was actually listening to him on like a podcast, and he seemed like he was taking it a lot better than you might think.
mm-hmm. Now
Wait, what's this podcast?
somebody else.
I'll link it to you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
I
it,
like
the
it.
No Name Podcast?
If
I'll
only.
We're calling you out, Keith.
If you ask me, I think he's gonna be all right. But somebody that was actually really heartbroken about all this shit coming out was 6 Second.
Oh yeah, he was going off.
Really?
Yeah, he was mad going off on people.
I think like Mewtwo King was also really torn up about it.
Wasn't Leffen already turned out about it too?
I don't know. Wasn't he the guy that one of the people that insulted Sam Show?
Probably.
Then,
That sounds like Leffen
then probably fuck him.
already.
Like Leffen's just like yeah, I'm surrounded by idiots.
I melee.
My melee.
But so yeah, so basically, so we can get this newsy shit going. The Smash community got hit really hard with a bunch of call outs and accusations and stuff. And it was it was more damaging because it was primarily a younger crowd, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are tuning out of Smash, and a lot of people are getting canceled and dropped out, and like it's kind of a mess. It's kind of a crater where Smash used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
My question is though, like, how does that community recover? Because with Street Fighter, there's people. Oh no, one of the comments.
Mm.
But it's like one of the people in but like with Street Fighter, a lot of the people that were like accused, they can be gotten rid of. You know,
Mm.
it wasn't so like such a big number that it really devastates the scene.
Mm-hmm.
But to my understanding, with Smash, it was a ton of people. Like whole ass
A lot
teams
of
would be missing.
like a lot of it was all it was also Smash sweethearts too.
Yeah.
Beloved Smash community members that were being accused and it being true.
So I know I know two of them. I know it was D1 and I know it was
Mm.
Zero.
Mm.
Who? Oh
I
wait,
think
and
I mentioned Zero earlier.
I mean, what's that girl's name? Senpai.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I know those three. Is there any others?
Hungry Bucks.
Okay, Hungry Box.
Oh, him too. Really? Dang.
But it's like Hungry Box and Zero are two that I personally don't think would count. And I'll tell you why, but we're trying to get all the facts together.
Okay.
We're trying to get all of the, I guess, test subjects together. And but you'll see why. You'll see the difference between in like the bad sides of cancel culture versus an actual expose.
Okay.
Okay, I thought we were getting more people, so I guess I'll explain now. So when it came to Hungry Box, right? No one even said anything about Hungry Box sexually assaulting anybody or our gamer wording anybody.
Right.
You know, the worst thing that people said about Hungry Box is just like, yeah, like he stared at my girlfriend for a little too long, or he stared at me a little too long, and it made me uncomfortable. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, because that I know that was one of the big things about a lot of the accusations is there were some people just throwing out like low class shit.
Yeah, like real bottom of the barrel, shit. Like
yeah,
this.
like he was within 10 feet of me. I feel violated.
Mm-hmm.
Not literally, but I mean like it was on that level of stupidity.
Yeah, that's the worst Hungry Box got. It's just like, hey, he looked at me for a little too long, and I felt a little creeped out by it. I mean, it's just like knowing Hungry Box, he was probably just like, I wonder how I'm gonna arrest this nerd in the final set later on today. Thinking about how he's gonna body somebody.
Probably, yeah.
Probably just staring off into space, and that person just so happened to be there. Because it's not like he was just looking at some person or that person's girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. Then he starts rubbing his dick or some shit like that. Just like, yeah, I bet you got a pretty mouth. And he's not doing shit like that. He's just literally just looking at people. And then that's pretty much it for him. And then the one about Zero was Zero showed an underage person hentai.
Oh no.
Ew.
No.
That
is pretty up there. But I think what makes it so wrong was that he was of age and he was showing an underage person. He was showing an underage person some hentai related things or like call girls and shit like that.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Yeah, that's creepy.
You don't do that at all. But I don't think that was worth outing him in the community. But he admitted to it, I guess. So.
I mean, yeah. Like, I definitely feel like there's like I need to see like 100% like full context about that stuff because there were some people on Twitter calling him like the P gamer word.
There you go.
But at the same time, though, like
that I don't think that equates to calling somebody a P gamer word.
No, yeah,
it's wrong.
exactly.
It's wrong. Don't get me
gross.
Don't get me wrong. It's wrong. But to say that somebody is a whole ass P gamer word out here in the streets for that, I would personally disagree. It's not that heinous.
Yeah, I would almost be like, do you know what a P gamer word really is?
Yeah. Yeah, like senpai.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, and she actually was. And I think that's what hit them the hardest. No, the two things that hit them the hardest was that a woman committed sexual assault on a young teenage boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And nobody was okay with that. Because everybody that was around it happened on like a whole ass live stream. Like this girl was just straight up fondling this man.
Ew.
Well, I'm sorry, fondling this boy. Let's make it worse.
More ew.
Yeah, like she was on stream just dead ass fondling it, but everybody was so blind to it. Everybody's just like, "Yo, what? How could they have been? How could they have been so foolish to not notice these things?" And that hit them the hardest, and then D1 hit him the hardest.
Okay, so explain that one to me, because I keep hearing stuff about it, but it's not clear what happened.
There was actually a sickly girl at a fighting FGC event, and what actually happened was that D1 R game awarded the girl that night, but she was she needed insulin, I believe.
What?
Yeah, she needed medicine, did not get the medicine, so she was already pretty loopy. But then D1 was just D1 went and did the R game award to her one night. She had a hard time remembering, and yeah, and that's how that happened.
That almost sounds like the kind of shit where like a motherfucker should get beaten up in jail.
Yeah. And it happened such a long time ago. But because that thing happened with D1 didn't say anything, but he did something that a guilty person would do, and he put something about Etika in his bio that wasn't there before.
And he is like the last person that fucking people should be like invoking when it comes to that kind of shit.
And that's a damning piece of evidence right there. Because guilty parties don't do shit like that. I'm sorry, innocent parties don't do shit like that.
This is a weird little thing.
It is. It's still pretty strange. And it's pretty strange, but even then, because it was somewhat proven to be true, I really didn't keep up with it. But that's what set 6 seconds off, because D1 was in the Smash cipher. So he's just like, yo, the Smash cipher is fucking tainted. I can't believe people would do shit. It's just a real bad time out there.
Yeah, the community is way fucked up.
Smash cipher is so good too.
It is. Yeah. Why you think he said it was tainted, dog? It's not what he wanted, but it's unfortunately what he got.
So, as a sort of a wrap up to this, is like the FGC as a whole needs to get cleaned out. Some sections way harder than the others.
Yeah.
But I guess, how can I put this? I guess the first question is, do you want the community to heal? And if so, how long do you think it'll take?
About as long as a shower takes.
That's too much for the Smash community. They're out.
No, it's not that. It's not. It shouldn't necessarily. You should never question whether community can recover from it, because the community can always recover from it. Because what? Because it's just all these stars, right? These people who the people made stars that are getting outed for this thing. Just make new stars. Do what Tekken did, right? Tekken did the world tour, right? And then next thing you know, Pakistan is the true gods of Tekken now. You know what it took? Oh, well, I've never seen somebody from Pakistan. Like, let's see what Pakistan got. Turns out Pakistan got it going on over there.
Yeah, I
The
saw
same-
this like little esports documentary kind of thing about Arslan Ash and shit.
Mhm.
And he was like, how he was talking about like, no, dude, like there's people in Pakistan that he feels like are better, and everyone's just kind of like, we have to go to fucking Pakistan.
Yeah, like because like, well, Arslan Ash won Evo, right?
Yeah.
Yes, both of them.
And he won Evo Japan, right?
Yep.
He won Evo Japan and then Evo America,
Mm.
right?
Yep.
And that put him on the map. And then for him to say, I'm not even the best person here, dog. What? So that put everybody into a fucking frenzy, if you ask me.
It's like fucking Arslan Ash's bison, so now somebody's gonna be looking out for Akuma.
Yeah, exactly. And like that, and it's just like, yeah, I'm not even the best person in my country. Like, I'm average. Yeah, he's average. What? So it's just like whoa, hold on. So it's like hearing that, it's just like, yo, what the fuck? And then now Korea ain't exactly at the top no more. It's Pakistan. And then Pakistan just had, well, I don't want to say that because that sounds rude. Pakistan has more. I don't want to say friendlier faces because that would imply that Korea doesn't have friendly faces.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what I'm trying to say.
I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to say, to be honest.
Because I'm thinking because the skill level, but also the personalities of the people in Pakistan was just so vibrant
Mm-hmm.
that it just made them the new number one in skill and in soul.
Mm-hmm.
No caliber.
No,
Fuck you, that was great.
I'm mainly laughing because like I was gonna do a GIF of like the Smash Cipher thing. They only have one GIF of it.
And it's zero, isn't it?
Nope,
Oh shit, who is it?
it's D1.
That is bad.
That is truly unfortunate.
Oh, that's just really bad Discord.
Well, but you know what? If you looked on other GIF searching websites, I'm fairly certain that you could find more.
Oh, yeah,
It's
probably.
just that Discord uses Giphy, and Giphy is just one site.
Mm-hmm.
So but yeah, Smash. No one can even watch this Smash cipher anymore. I'm willing to bet that if I looked it up, it's going to have
A bunch of negative.
a bunch of dislikes on it. As a matter of fact, I'm on the case.
Send us a screenshot.
Okay.
There's one particular thing I hope somebody memes in his verse.
Was that?
He has a thing where he keeps saying "Pray for me" in Ultimate like a bunch of times. I hope somebody memes the hell out of that now.
No, it still only has 2,000 dislikes.
God.
But there's a comment that says Smash Cypher 2 is going to be filmed inside a penitentiary.
No.
Another comment. Wow, can't believe they made a sequel to the Sex Offender Shuffle.
Oh my god, I almost spit out my drink. Oh no!
That is bad.
I think, yeah, that has to be the top.
Here's another one. D1 and Zero really got bars now.
Oh no! Oh no! And Zero was the worst one.
There was one that wasn't all that. There's two of them involving D1. I guess he didn't get his prayers answered.
There, that's what I was looking for.
There's one. The exact meme you're looking for. Pray for me in the state court. Pray for me in the
There
state
it
court.
is. That's what I'm looking for.
I killed this game. Call me Captain Zack. Got a whole new meaning to it.
Oh no! No, that's awful.
People are going hard on the comments, and I love it.
When they said Zero talked to him, I don't think they meant minors.
I almost spit out my drink.
I can't drink my drink now. I have to listen through all these comments.
We have to make sure it's safe.
Yeah.
I'm going to apologize ahead of time because I have to break TOS to make you guys laugh with this one.
Oh no.
Okay.
D1 is the best rapper here.
No! No! No!
My terms of service.
I'm gonna have to block that out of YouTube.
I'm sorry, but that one it was too good. I had to break TOS for that one.
Like what you could do, Jazz, is when he starts to say Ray and then just bleep it out from the rest of it.
Well, I mean, I gave you a fair disclaimer, so when you hear that
Yeah.
part, it's just like, you know, it's not like I just did it out of nowhere.
That's true.
I'll know what I need to look for at least.
Like there was context to that word.
Zero and D1 were rapping about the wrong Smash this whole time.
Oh, no.
See, now I don't feel so bad calling Zero the worst one in the cipher. He was awful.
It's like you want to insult Zero, just go back to the comment section of that video.
Oh man.
Yeah, instead of praying for D1 and Ultimate, he should pray for himself to not drop the soap.
No.
4 minutes 51 seconds. No Zero. Don't talk to him. They crossed the streams. The one of them called the Smash Offender Shuffle.
Oh no. It's so bad.
Two more.
Another one, chillin' still ain't lawful. Mate, there are more than a few of this video who ain't
I
lawful
forgot
either.
he said that. I forgot he said that.
I'll keep it clean for this one. Damn, D1 R game rewarded this beat.
Oh no.
I love that the Smash community made their own sex offender shuffle.
I think you said that one already, didn't you?
I did, yeah. There's another Smash offender shuffle.
Oh man. This is too good.
Damn, D1 was trying to tell us the whole time.
Damn.
No.
These are amazing.
I'm trying to find a new one. There really ain't no new ones. Just don't pray for D1. D1 ain't never coming back to the cookout. Everybody, why is Zero talking? Zero, boy, I got bars.
I forgot that's how we started it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm surprised it still didn't get privated.
I think that
Just show.
it's on Shofu's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's probably ever gonna do that because he put too much work into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus more views.
I mean, yeah.
That's
just
not. He cares that.
They're the wrong kind of views. They're like, these aren't the views that I wanted.
Like the Jedi mind trick. These aren't the views you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unfortunate. Aged horribly.
Aged horribly. I'm actually looking at it now because I kind of want to
Like-
look up all these people and like half of these Twitter accounts are like inactive. That's sad.
And that should tell you right there. This is all Brad.
Like yeah, the Smash community is definitely gonna be hurting for a little while.
Yeah.
That's like everybody.
You know what doesn't help?
What's up?
In the middle of Zero's verse, Zero's in front, but D1's right next to him.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just an easy shot, honestly.
Especially since the fact that
That's
a lot of
great stuff, yeah.
Zero's shots are like by himself.
Mhm. A lot, yeah. So it's just like, so which one where he did have the whole entire cipher with him? There's D1 next to him. It's just like, damn.
Ooh.
Get the photoshops ready, boys.
Oh, yikes.
No, let's move on for this. This is bad.
Yeah, like this topic is like one of those. It's like one of those murder shows that you watch on like on a network. You're just kind of like, it's weird and gross, but I can't stop watching.
Enough of the P word.
Yeah, okay. And FGC definitely gonna be hurting for a good minute.
Yeah.
FGC was already hurting.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, but like compared to this,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you right. You right, Manila wafer. You right.
Vanilla wafer.
why I get downgraded?
You know, oh man, you know a real messed up thing, right? Here's something that I noticed, right?
What's up?
This Smash community, this Smash thing got so messed up that calling people niggas now is just like not even crucial no more. Like I think it's worse to be called a P gamer word nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just like man, if there is no worse time to even think about Smash than right now.
Yeah, for me, I never thought of it in the first place.
I know, right? I'm glad I play it so casually that my main is Captain Falcon.
Where's the other one? There it is. Yeah, that's for Quarry. But,
Yeah.
All right, so we could go on to reviews next.
yes, but which one do we want to do first? Last of Us or Ghost of Tsushima?
How about we do Ghost of Tsushima first, and then save all the content that Last of Us can provide.
Deal. All
I
right.
can't remember much of the last of them God.
This is y'all's time to shine, because I only got like a little bit in there.
No, I'm in no place to talk about Ghost of Tsushima. Especially because I'm going to be getting it. I don't have it yet. I didn't see much of it, but what little bit that I did see was fucking godlike. I wish someone could make a mod of it and put Yoshimitsu in the game. Just replace the MC with Yoshimitsu, and then Yoshimitsu will have his own game.
Isn't the game like Sony exclusive though?
Yes,
care.
yes it is.
Exactly.
Well, I don't give a fuck. I still want it.
Yeah, fuck it. We like mods.
I mean, yeah, you can want it, but it's not gonna be possible because PlayStation.
You sound like a goddamn hater right now, man.
Yeah, we don't have to make it happen.
All I want is for my main character to have its own game through mods, so that way I can say Death by Degrees who.
Jack's got a single player game. Why can't Yoshimitsu?
Exactly. That's what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah, Death by Degrees.
Yeah, I saw Masood make a video on it. Man, holy shit, that game.
That game is so bad.
I didn't think it would be that bad. It was, in fact, that bad.
The only thing I can contribute to Ghost of Tsushima is it makes me want to play Neo.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you
like
said
a
that.
Sekiro, sort of like, Neo and Sekiro sort of vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it's just one of those PS4 exclusives. Just really gorgeous, great fighting concepts. But to me, when I look at it, I'm like, I just want to play Horizon Zero Dawn. So I feel that. It just has that thing about it where you just look at it and you're like, I could play a different game right now, but I might play this. I didn't know I didn't PlayStation. Oh, my bad. I was just saying, like, the only thing I just don't have a PlayStation, or else I would just try it out for fun. Just as the last exclusive, just why not?
Right.
Well,
But
for
go
a
ahead.
last exclusive, I'll say that it was definitely a good note to end on so far.
That's for sure. It definitely like puts the impetus on Xbox,
Hmm.
who still hasn't had a presentation.
And I'll talk about that later, but they might not in a bit.
Well, I mean, it's pretty great for them as well, since yeah, their last thing they're still pushing out something, and especially for Sucker Punch to come out 6 years later with a game.
After fucking what was it called? Infamous.
Infamous Son, yeah,
And
last game was Infamous Son, and Sly Cooper was way back when, but
technically, they came out with 2 Infamous games because there was the one with the girl too.
yeah, the Infamous Son, and then the not second one, but
It's like Second Light or something. I don't know,
I forget
Something like that.
but no, it's definitely a good way to end it out on. But it's funny you say Neo because they do have this whole stance system in the game.
Yeah,
Which I'm getting used to. It's kind of weird right now, but I've seen people like really be good with it, and it looks like it's very fluid once you get used to it. As far as the story that I've gotten to, at least, which isn't much, a lot of interesting things have happened as far as like where you started off as fighting the Mongols to where Jin is later down the line as far as being a samurai versus the dishonorable ghost, as they say.
right.
One thing I will say, which I don't know, I guess if it's a spoiler or not, I don't know. It's like in the beginning of the game, but
Spoiler alert, just in case.
I don't consider it that much of a spoiler, but hey, it is what it is. If you start like assassinating people more, eventually a cutscene will come in of a flashback that you saw beforehand, of him basically showing that he's losing that honor that his uncle showed him, and it's like making him sadder on the inside and like kind of destroying his soul, which I find kind of pretty cool.
Yeah,
That sounds pretty cool.
because I was gonna say they do a really good like storytelling of this, samurai keeping to his noble way, and then now towards just fighting to get rid of the Mogul. I'm trying not to give away the story, but yeah, just fighting against the Mogul army, and then switching from one, I guess, moral mythology to the next one where he has like one set of morals, and now he has to kind of shift them away.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting how they kind of compel you with that. So it's definitely been like capturing my heart in certain storytelling aspects. Combat looks shaky. I don't know if I get that, but
So I will say, it definitely feels different playing it from looking at it.
yeah.
Looking at it, I can agree. It kind of looks a little funky.
It's like some God of War stuff going on. I don't know about that one.
No, I am 100% with you. Look at it, it looks a little jank. But actually playing it, it feels actually kind of smooth.
Right.
I literally said the same thing while I was watching Kiki, but I was like, what the heck is happening?
I was like, I don't know about this one, Keeks. I don't know.
What is these Mortal Kombat animations?
Exactly. But I love the standoffs. I love how like they kind of, not kind of, they literally, exploit the samurai way. And it looks, and I can't say it feels because I haven't played it, but just it would feel like it's very true to what they were trying to accomplish. I heard that there was some bugs at first with like the combat system, but then I was like, it already looks buggy to me, so I don't know.
So I have run into one bug, which was absolutely hilarious to me. Because I ended up doing the jump assassination thing. And after the assassination, I like flew up in the air. I was like, how? What the? And then I just died as I landed on the ground.
Oh God! You pull out the sword too hard or something. You just fling yourself backwards. Jeez.
I'm too strong.
All that momentum jumping in just like exuded out. You're like, all right, I'm gone.
I saw what I think was a Japanese player get anti-aired by a bunch of arrows.
I've had that happen once.
It's crazy. there are some insane like move sets, and why it reminds me of like Horizon Zero Dawn is because Horizon Zero Dawn had that like that gameplay associated with it where it's like you can jump off a cliff and do like this really cool finisher move, or you can like stealth. I really love the stealth in the game too. I love stealth in any of these games because it's just like a different route you can go about. Instead of always having to go, rush in, you can take your time and kind of pick off your enemies. So like I love the rooftop kind of watching over your enemies, sitting in the shadows sort of thing. It definitely has like that similar thing to Horizon, because Horizon had a really good stealth system that I really enjoyed, so I definitely would pick that up just to try out the different combat systems that they have.
And going off of that, I will say it's actually kind of interesting how hidden you could be, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because I'll be like in those very tall grass, and the enemy will be like on a horse kind of close to me, but they're still not seeing me. And I'm wondering if that, because I have heard that this is a thing, possibly. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it myself because I don't have a bunch of armors. But apparently, with your armor, it can change how stealthy you are in certain situations. So I don't know if I had that same armor that makes it I blended in more or not. But there was like a time where I was like, I'm surprised you're not seeing me right now.
Yeah, armor definitely plays into it. I've noticed that people like once, like how you're noting on like the gameplay, like how you kind of have to get used to it. It's like once people get it, it looks like it just looks like they actually get it, like they actually move along with the system. So it's like I feel like you have to play to learn it rather than watch it. Because I'm watching it, I'm like, yep, nope, no way, I'm not getting this.
And it definitely has that. If you don't learn, you're going to get bodied real fast kind of thing, especially in duels.
Exactly. It's punishing like Neo and Sekiro. Like I feel like if I played Dark Souls, then I would have been prepared for this in some way or shape or form, but I have never played, so.
Well, Mrmoopsy has, and he can tell you all about that, right?
Dark Souls? I mean, I only saw a little bit, and that was last night when I was watching Max play. And he was like fighting a boss, so I didn't even get to see like a lot of variety.
Probably losing, right? A lot.
Yeah, he was doing some challenge.
Yeah, bosses are hard.
Yeah. If I had to guess, though, from the look, it would probably be like a better comparison when you do Neo, considering you've got like the stances and flow and shit, versus Dark Souls, where you're just kind of like some fat blob that's like struggling to roll around.
Right.
Accurate.
And like, because like you seriously like you sometimes like you see your character do a roll and it's just kind of like, and like it's like this there's like no flow to like the sword swinging. It's just kind of like, and then that's it. And then you get killed. So I feel like if there would be a bad comparison between the two, it would probably be between Neo and Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima. I've heard so many people like pronounce it differently, and it kind of kills me.
Sashimi. No.
I don't even know how you mess that one up, but I've heard some improper pronunciations. It just made me question things.
I'm starting to get hungry for sushi.
Sushi, mama. Yeah, that's what I called it.
No. No. Here's a question for everybody though. From what y'all have seen so far, what's one aspect y'all have seen that has made me say I want to play this game?
Oh, holy shit. Sorry to interrupt. I'm just saying that Keith posted on Twitter, Xbox Game Showcase tomorrow.
Oh. Well, that
Keith literally shut me up.
He said, shut your ass up.
I'm going to call him out on Twitter. How dare you make me look bad during my podcast?
I would say for me is just so one thing I really enjoy in games is visual direction. So I really love like the wind and the way the leaves kind of pull you. I like how sometimes they'll there'll be like a little animal that guides you to a peak to show you just the view.
Come in.
Oh, sorry. It's just
Thank you
that.
for having me.
Thank you.
I have arrived. Oh, but I just like the visuals on that. I love anything like that, but I think I would get turned away if the combat or the gameplay I couldn't get behind. I'd stay for the visuals. Because that's what got me on Horizon Zero Dawn, and then Horizon Zero Dawn, like, totally shocked me with its combat system. I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, ooh, I like this. But what it originally was is just visuals. So I play on just looks alone. I judge the book by its cover.
Fair enough.
Just like people do to me every day of my life.
How about you, Moops?
I mean, I feel like that would be a game that I would really need to get my hands on to see if I want to play it. Because, like, don't get me wrong, good visuals will always, be like an important aspect. But for me, it's always because, like, out of the triangle, the gameplay, the story, and the visuals, that one for me personally has always been like the lesser aspect. Because I'm trying, because, like, okay, a lot of people, like, a while before even the remake came out, people would say, like, oh, the graphics don't hold up for the original Final Fantasy VII. And for me, it would just be like, I don't fucking care. That game's still one of the most amazing games ever of all time, and I'm just gonna kick you in the nards now.
Straight violence.
Exactly, that's my response. So, however, I love this. However, I would need to get my hands on it because, there's some games where they're made to be difficult, but it feels like the difficulty is arbitrary, like Dark Souls. That's right, I said it. Versus some games where I feel like it's difficult, but it's fair. Like Monster Hunter World. And it's like only recently have we gotten a boss that feels like it's like that move's bullshit. But like, if I would need to get my hands on it to see like what kind of feeling would I be getting from it. Yeah, it looks great, but that's not what I'm looking for. If I'm not having fun, or I'm not super engaged in the story, then I'm not interested. Because I'm also gonna say this, and this isn't an attack against you, Kawari, but I returned my copy of Horizon.
You are directly attacking a new person on the podcast. I can't have that.
I already put my disclaimer that it's not an attack.
I am directly attacked. No, I am gasping. No, I need to find the gasping duck. Hold on. Let me, because treachery. Okay, well, this one is how I'm feeling. That's how I looked for a second. But the duck. Wow.
This is me right now.
Oh my god. I don't get it. Why?
We're about to do it.
I
just didn't know why. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, but like, if you got past it, right?
I did beat it.
Okay.
This is me watching all this go down.
Stirring up some shit right here. If you thought the episode was slow, well, here's the not slow part.
All the scary shows we didn't watch. This is how you treat me, Mr. Moves, by returning. I mean, at least you completed the game. I would just say, like, well, I can't even return. I would never return that thing. Like, it was the story. While it was kind of like, it still was a great game. I loved the
and I will say that part of it is like me sabotaging myself because when I saw the trailers, I sort of set in my mind, I was hoping it would be kind of like a machine, like basically Monster Hunter World, or like a Monster Hunter title. You have to go and hunt these giant monsters and stuff, and you have to get like these really badass armors and all that shit.
Right.
And since it was more like and it's Terry Crews too, so it's legit. But it's like I sort of like put my mind into like what this game is going to be, instead of just waiting to see what it was actually gonna be in the end. And so like I just kind of like I did mess myself up on some level, but when I was playing it, I was like, okay, it's not what I thought, so let me see what happens. And like I was curious about like the lore and stuff, and like I got some answers, but I saw the last boss. I saw like some of the other stuff in the story where I was just kind of like, okay, can you please expand on this? And it's just like, no, you're at the end already. I'm like, fuck. It was not the satisfying adventure I was hoping for.
I was gonna say, did you do like all the side quests and then the hunting adventures?
I don't know, like, because clearly I can't access that data. If I had to guess, though, I probably did like 60%, and that's just me guessing. Because I did fuck around in a lot of areas.
So that might explain why you didn't get some answers.
So yeah, because I would say this is why I liked it so much. So in order to unlock certain dialogues, right, in Horizon Zero Dawn, you have to have completed some of the side quests as well. So I figured that out before, and then I realized, I'm like, the only way that this character would have known, like it was a side quest I had taken, and then I went back to like one of the main quests, and then the character mentioned something, and then related it to the private, or not the private, but the side quest I had done, and I was like, see, the only way that character would have like ever responded with that was if I had completed the side quest, So after that, I just kept doing the side quests, and then like I kept unlocking little dialogues, and you get more lore through some of them. So that's why I ended up finding out a lot about the lore, and then I spoiled half of it. But I think you did mess up by thinking it would be a Monster Hunter game, because I did not think that at all.
Same.
And I had that thought. I had that thought because of like some of the trailers, how it's just like, oh, she's running around, she's hunting and stuff, and it's like, because I do feel like there are some parables at least like with the whole hunting aspect primarily. And since like I figured like these are machines, so that they're gonna be like it's not just gonna be like I'm just gonna take like this little chip right here and leave the rest of the carcass to rot. Well, quotes. But so I'm saying, yeah, I'm gonna take the brunt of that and say like, yeah, I most likely didn't fuck myself up. I will say though that I did not like that last boss either.
I don't think anyone liked that last boss.
No, nobody did.
That because like what that motherfucker was just basically an event. I'm like, what the hell's your purpose? You're not memorable.
To get you through the story.
And it's just like, that's why I'm just like, I'm returning this because I can't want to follow through. Because for me, it's just kind of like, oh, I'm just sure that like humanity will fucking overcome and shit. So it's like, okay, what, like I'm done here. Like my big mystery was finding out why are there machines acting like animals, and once I got like my answer for that, and it's just like, okay, it's later, guys.
Fair enough.
Meanwhile, Corey's like, no, that's not fair.
Yeah, no, it's not. I just think you misjudged the game, and you need to play it again on PS5 with the new expansion.
PS5.
Yes,
if somebody gets it for me,
I got you. Or
oh shit,
for me, and then I'm gonna fly you over here, and you're gonna play this game with me, commentating over you the entire
while maintaining social distance.
While maintaining, I will scream it across the way. I promise.
Did you get to this project? No, I'm playing. Calm down.
Unlock the side quest.
I'm fucking trying.
Take the horse up the river.
What was it, like the thunder lizard or something? I forget what the giant ones were called.
It's like, oh my god, Moops, you fucking suck.
It's the second level.
Hit it. Hit it.
Who died at the start screen?
Oh,
I found a way.
You are awful at this. Oh my god.
I can say one of the things in that game that gave me chills the first time was getting on top of that giraffe and then looking at the view. And I'm a sucker for views, so seeing that view, it was like, yep. And then, like, I don't know, I'm a person that's like, oh, don't kill the wildlife, let's just keep everything. And so just, like, sitting on top of the giraffe and, like, not having to fight it made me feel, like, nice. It was nice.
I never did kill the giraffe, but it's funny because my thing was like, okay, let me kill this wildlife so I can see what I can get out of it.
Oh my god! No, that was not my approach!
All they was trying to do was just, look, I'm just trying to level up, and that monster just looked like just enough experience, alright?
Exactly.
Don't look at me like that.
And then I feel like the trap setting system was awesome, and like the different, just like the different play styles you can take in that game. Literally,
I did like the traps. I'm not because like I'm not entirely hating on the game. I'm just saying I wasn't satisfied.
What will it take to satisfy you, Moops?
I'm gonna say you have to reevaluate some things. Your satisfaction bar is too high.
Like the rent.
Too damn high.
The level of immersion
like,
that you were looking for is too damn high.
Like name that.
Like I will say that I would be open to giving it a second playthrough, but I'm not buying it.
I would say like not even PS5. Just do it on the computer because they brought it to Steam, right? Or they're bringing it to Steam. Which is there another PS4 exclusive on Steam?
I know they are bringing it to PS5. I don't know when. As far as the other exclusive, I have no idea.
I was gonna say like they're at least bringing that to PC, which I thought was really nice of them to do after like 10 years. But like and with the new expansion, so that means like they're still improving on it. And you didn't get to play the DLC, did you?
No, I sold it before the DLC even came out.
Oh my god, you need to play it. I watched reviews after because I didn't get to play it, but I did watch reviews after that, and I was like, wow, now I have to either get a new PlayStation or cry myself to sleep. And then that's when they announced that they were bringing it to Steam. This was like last year when they had announced that, so I was like, oh well, wait.
So I was like, fuck you, console.
Yeah, no, fuck it, console. I will play that. And the fact that like at the time I had it on like whatever type of TV that I had, like some shitty TV, and I'm just like I want to play it on my graphics card, and it would just be so beautiful to re-experience that on high definition.
Yeah. And I will say, I think another thing though for like something important. This isn't specific to Horizon, but it's like knowing like mentality of like what you're gonna be playing is definitely a factor when it comes to some stuff, because I'm sure that like just like a little offhanded comment where just like I'm sure some people were like probably review bombing the newest Paper Mario because it wasn't like the fucking old playstyle.
Mm-hmm.
I like them playstyles.
I want to play the new Paper Mario. That's where my head's at.
Well, yeah, I want to do that. But yeah, when you have a different playstyle in mind, or you have a playstyle in mind for that game, it kind of ruins it. That's why I don't like going into it with all the idea, like, oh yeah, with like Tsushima as well, and with any game, like. I don't try to fall for that hype because I'm like, nah, is the graphics good? Did they really flesh it out? And then I'll like look at the combat on its own once I'm in the game.
Right. Like, and then like I do watch more than just like the initial trailer. It's just to try and get like an idea of what I'm going to be playing with. It's just that like in my mind, so many pieces fit so that it could be possible to see it in a Monster Hunter style. So that's why I was able to think that it was a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. I mean, in certain aspects, kind of. I
Because
think
in my mind, I figure it'd be like, okay, just tweak it a little bit in some areas, and then Monster Hunter.
and then Monster. Pretty much in some ways, yeah.
Yeah.
I like how this Ghost of Tsushima turned into Horizon Zero Dawn.
With one statement.
One statement, you tilted me. I'm sorry.
But hey,
my
content.
What happened?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, that was a big thud.
No, I'm used to the big thuds. It's just like, yo, what the fuck? They are tumbling.
It took me too long to find this gif.
Oh, when I said I killed a robot.
Yep.
I mean, we had time.
I wonder if she really cried like a baby.
Who knows? She
Well,
was
it's a
mean.
CG rabbit, isn't it?
Yes, it is from Last of Us.
Okay.
Oh, that's from The Last of Us?
Yeah, the first one.
Oh, okay, the first one. I'm like,
I
oh,
was
okay,
gonna
so
say, like, we still haven't talked about Last of Us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's like, is this everything for Ghost of Tsushima, apparently, / Horizon?
Apparently,
Seems like a pretty good review for both.
yeah, we might as well plug that in because it's the next. I mean, that was the one that they revealed alongside Spider-Man for the PS5 exclusives.
Yeah.
And mostly because, like, we just went on that tangent.
I mean, you started it, but yeah.
I did. I'm not saying I didn't.
Yeah, Mrmoopsy.
We didn't have to go there, Mrmoopsy. We didn't have to go there.
I'm a person with opinions.
So, but no, yeah, that's. I mean, all in all, Ghost of Tsushima is. I mean, if I had the monies, I'd definitely buy it to play it. But to me, it's just another PS4 exclusive. Great graphics, great gameplay. It's just like if you want a great game, a great RPG game to play through, just go ahead and pick you up another PS4 exclusive. Why not? Add it to the library. But I don't know, it's not like compelling me, like buy me now. Like there's nothing that says, hey, like this game is a staple game that I need in my library.
I mean, a good game is a good game.
Yeah, a good game is a good game though.
Mm-hmm.
you are awful at shitting.
Yeah, like this game is clearly going to be my game of the year. Clearly, buy it now.
I mean, it didn't buy it. It didn't beat Last of Us. I know it. What did it beat? What was the other one that it beat? I think it
Death
was
Stranding?
Paper Mario. No, Paper Mario. I think actually.
You did
Somebody
beat it
did
in
an
score.
article.
That's for sure.
Oh, it was like some other opening I saw. I pulled up like the news article too. Yeah, it was Paper Mario.
Then I guess we can go ahead and move on to The Last of Us 2.
All right. Unfortunately, I know too much about the game without having played it.
Well, I mean, I've beaten it, so you can still talk with me about it.
So that part where
Man.
this thing happens.
Man, nobody wanted that.
Wait, hold on. Before we
How the
preference, before we have to preference something because there's
Bitch.
already going to be somebody in the comments that's going to say something about this. We are not transphobic. We don't care that there's a lesbian love story, and we don't care about Abby's size.
I prefer it if you ask me. What? Huh?
Well, I don't care about Abby's size, but I'll get on
Size
that
of her
later.
dong.
I was talking about the lesbian thing. I don't care. It's not whatever.
Yeah, let's
that's
reference
the
that
first
first because there's always some idiot that's like, you didn't get it because you didn't like this thing. Like, no, fuck off.
No, I can destroy that logic real easy.
All right, now we can go into it. All right. What did you go for first? Because I was about to spoil something really like you can't not spoil this because it's in the beginning of the game.
Warnings also.
Yeah, I mean,
More
it's
spoils?
literally such a story-driven game that if you're looking for a review without a spoiler, good fucking luck.
I mean, fair enough, but again, our gamer words.
Yeah. So there's literally no way I can not spoil this without going to the rest of the story. So get it out of the way. Joel dies in like 2 hours in the game.
God damn, nigga.
That bandit right off.
Slapping it on the table.
You literally can't go past that throughout the rest of the game. You literally can't.
I mean, yes. I feel like it's common knowledge now. I knew that. Yeah, like.
If you think otherwise, you're stupid to me. I'm sorry.
Jazz, spoilers. What the hell is wrong with you?
I mean, you gotta preference it because it literally comes up for the rest of the story.
Well, yeah, that is true. You're right. I just wanted to give you a hard time.
All right.
Mission success, by the way.
Mission accomplished.
I mean, I have a statement that could probably set those people off even worse.
Oh no.
Wait, hold on. Do it, but not right now.
We'll get there.
No,
Because I was gonna say, like, it's probably better if I say it now, because it's not like an actual story thing. I never played it. But there's like a statement I've seen that I'm sure it would like probably tilt those people more.
Oh. Go for it.
Joel is not a good person.
No,
I was about to get to that actually.
I was just gonna let you talk about it, and then I'll just have side comments. I never played it, but I did experience like a good 80% of the game.
Which is
Never
fair.
played the first one.
Like 20% of the second one I've experienced. But other than that.
I haven't even played the first one.
I know about that second half, boy. Oh man.
Ooh, I'm not looking forward to getting to that part.
I am. Let's talk about it.
On with the review.
Let's start with that point that Mrmoopsy just talked about, though. So many people are putting too much emphasis on this death. Like, he was like a fucking Superman of some sort or something like that. Joel is not a good person. He is just human. He did human things. And honestly, I'm going to say this right now, and it's going to piss somebody off. He was kind of dumb.
You monster, how could you?
Think about it for a second. Why on earth are you on hunting stuff knowing good and well people are out to kill you? Everybody in the world.
Hey man, you got shit to do.
It's like some people on the comments were going like, "Don't insult my post-apocalypse father."
Like, hey, this food ain't gonna hunt itself.
So get his brother to do it. His brother literally knows. He knows what happens. And he's just like, nope, just come out there with me.
No, never mind that. I don't particularly have an issue with him dying. It's not that he died, it was how he died for me.
Which I can kind of understand, but it still goes on to the point of you shouldn't have been out there in the first place.
Well, yeah, he knew he shouldn't have been out there in the first place, right? And that's all well and good, and I understand that. But if you think, right, if he's not supposed to be out there, and he knows he's not supposed to be out there, but he goes and he risks it anyway, how could he do something so stupid like that? That didn't make sense to the character.
Especially if you played the entire first one. Like, he's secretive as hell.
yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like never mind him dying. Like, everybody's going to die at some point, right? But if he was going to die, that was a real stupid part for him to die at, because not because, oh no, my father figure, nothing like that. It's just that he, the character, with what he knows and the things that he is capable of and the way that his mind works, dying like that does not fit the character. That's the problem. He died like an R Game Award.
He kind of did.
and that was more to my point. That he went out in the dumbest way possible. He didn't go out like Joel went out. He went out like how a side character goes out.
He had a red shirt the whole time.
In this game? Kind of.
And it's just like, that's just not That's not smart.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what I had a problem with. But please continue, friend.
Yeah, like literally going off of that, I can kind of see his brother kind of giving them up a little bit like that, but not Joel.
Yeah, not Joel. So for Joel to fall for something that would be seen as the easiest trick, like the easiest trick in the book.
Mm-hmm.
That's something a side character does. That's something an ad dies to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh no, I slipped on this banana peel. Whatever will I do? Oh my god! Just another bunch of dumb shit like that.
Mm-hmm. You know, like so, like for people who are like so upset about that, I just don't see it really. To be honest, like
No, I won't say that they shouldn't be upset.
Like
Just
yeah, I won't say
pay attention to how they're upset.
exactly. Like I can see you being kind of upset Joel dies. I mean, he was the main character. You played through like entire game with this guy, and now he's all of a sudden dead in the first 2 hours. I get it, but to hold him in such a high pedestal, like so many people are doing, is ridiculous to me.
Mm-hmm.
It almost reminds me of those memes that keep going around, like name a person that's been through worse, and I can be like, okay, let me show you this list.
like name more characters that has suffered more than Ellie. Yeah, Joel.
Exactly, the person who died.
Or like her metaphorical dad. Nigga. Like I go as far as to say that he's been through a lot. I don't know. What do I know? I've just been paying attention.
Oh man, but I was just gonna preface that right now. I'm not with you guys on that whole. He should have been not dead like that. Now I will say something later on about that death, but I'm not with you like putting him on that pedestal. Now, but
No.
after that point,
no, I don't think I put him on the pedestal either.
Mm.
But I'm not even mad about him dying. I'm just mad about him dying like how Mrmoopsy would die. Like,
God damn.
I mean, he's probably right.
I equate him dying to like Mrmoopsy getting hit by a raw wake up super. She's like, come on now, you know better than that, and you still fell for it. How, Sway?
Oh man. But going off on that point, basically after that happens, you go on the journey of Ellie and Dina trying to get revenge on the other main character of the story, Abby, and her group of friends. And when they get to Seattle, where they figure out where Abby and them are, because of the most randomest thing of having the WLF jackets with them. Sure, why not? Oh yeah, I forgot. Tommy goes in before them. I forgot about that. His brother. They go in. Yeah, Joel's brother goes in before them. They have to go help him as well. Like he's already ahead of them, so they have to hurry up and stuff. But like once you get there, you start like tracking them, the friends down in order to get to Abby, through going through buildings and stuff, whatever. Typical Last of Us gameplay that you played in the first game for the most part. Which honestly has turned people off kind of the wrong way, I think, because it's not really innovating until you get to the second half, which we'll get there later. But then, like, I think, let's say halfway through Ellie's story, they come up with, like, this big little, what would you call it, Eddie? Like a aha moment or twist or something? It's with Dina.
Like an M. Night Shyamalan moment or some shit like that?
Kinda. Where Dina, the girl that Ellie's basically in love with and they're kind of in a relationship with, is pregnant by her ex.
What?
Yeah.
That's so.
No.
Yeah, when I learned about that, I thought it was like some type of surrogate thing.
Yeah, I thought the same. And then, like, once you kind of realize who's the dad, it's like, really? This is how we're doing this?
It's like, why him?
Mm-hmm. Which actually, I'm gonna say who it is, which is Jesse, a person you meet at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Pinkman.
And there's a reason I'm saying this out right now, because they bait and switch you in a commercial of or a trailer for the game, actually, with one scene, which is very dirty of Naughty Dog. Very dirty.
They're being naughty.
They're being very naughty.
They're being very naughty, dog.
Oof.
Your silence means that I've won.
No.
But no, the scene, I'm going to say the scene in particular because, like, you're going to get to, like, what? There's a moment where Ellie is about to be seen by, like, the enemy, but she gets pulled into a house, because, like, to keep quiet. She turns around and says, "What are you doing here?" In the trailer, it's Joel. And it's like, oh, Joel's going to be with her and everything like that. No, he's dead by this point. So, exactly. Like, the person who literally pulls her in is Jesse. He, like, ends up traveling all the way out to Seattle after they've been there for a day or so to help Ellie and Dina, because he didn't want to leave them alone to do it by themselves. Which I will say right now, Jesse's kind of a real one.
He's a what?
He's a real one. But as they go through all of that stuff with Jesse and Ellie, at that point, they come back, and Jesse, of course, figures out Dina's pregnant, is that my child, etc., etc. And now it becomes a kind of a, I want to say, race to get to Tommy before things get too late for Dina. And a lot of things happen. A lot of people get killed, including, like, the NPCs, which I don't know if you noticed, Eddie. But in order to make it so that the NPCs, it felt worse to kill the NPCs this time. They gave all the NPCs names.
They gave him what?
They gave them names.
Oh.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, it did. You're just like, oh my god, they got done.
They killed Kenny.
Kinda in a way, yes.
I was going to say Kenny. I definitely was. I'm glad that you said it before me, and I'm glad I said something else. But yeah, like when you're going against the other humans in the game,
yeah,
you are like, they all have different names.
Mm-hmm. And when they die, it's like, oh my gosh, you killed so and so or whatever.
Like, that was Matthew, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's literally stuff like that. Which I will say, at first it was like, oh, that's neat, but after like the 20th time, it's just like, okay, I kind of don't care anymore.
That's because you didn't fall for the story progression.
Well, it's funny. It's actually funny you both said something about that, because you said desensitized, right? And you said I didn't fall for it. Just wait till we get to the second half about that.
Yeah, I know.
It's because you didn't like that last boss.
It's gonna be so hilarious. y'all are gonna laugh.
So there comes to a point where Ellie's is looking for Abby, and she finally gets to this place in the aquarium, and a big thing happens. I'm not gonna spoil what it is, but a big thing happens that makes you like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this, so on and so forth. But at the same time, when you get to that point, you kind of don't care. At least I didn't, because I've come through waves and waves of other people. So to the point that when the thing happens, I don't care this person died.
Giant clicker.
No. But like, it's supposed to be like a turning point. It's like, oh no, I can't believe I've done this. I gotta give up everything, whatever. And they all come back to the big hub, which is a theater. Like, they finally find Tommy. They're all there. They're trying to decide what to do, and they ended up deciding, after everything they've been through, fuck it, let's just leave Abby alone and go home, because Dina's pregnant and she really needs help. And like, you're having a heart-touching moment with Jesse, and you're having a good moment with Ellie, who's technically been like a psychopath through this entire thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. When you play it,
I don't like Abby. Like, I hate her.
We will get to her. Trust me.
Sorry, that's so much shit. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Trust me. We'll get to Abby.
Okay, as long as we get there.
But like we said, we have this heart-rolling moment. Everything happens, and then Ellie hears a noise, and they go to run out. And spoiler alert, literally spoiler alert, go like 10 to 15 seconds after this point. Spoiler alert.
Or like you'll type a message in the chat so that says like, okay, spoiler's over.
Yeah. So literally spoiler alert. Jesse's the first one to go through the door and gets immediately shot in the head and dies. And literally Ellie just looks there like, oh shit, and now she's getting shot at by who? Abby. And while Ellie's like in the cover somewhere, Abby has Tommy at gunpoint and is telling her to get the hell out, up and out and whatnot. And Ellie actually does what she says because she doesn't want Tommy to die. And Ellie's just like, I know why you did it because of blah blah blah. Another spoiler I'm not gonna say. And Abby's just like, man, fuck all that. You killed all of my friends and whatnot. I let you live, and you wasted it. And then, cut to black. So we were at a very crescendo moment right there of them meeting each other finally. And then we go back 4 years.
Hell.
And
wait,
now,
they jump back in time?
yes.
Hell yeah.
To Abby.
Whole like emotional like if you thought you were emotionally stable playing that game, you probably were not by the end of it.
At this very moment, this is the second moment I tell people. There are two moments that were literally, if you can't handle these, do not pick up this game. The first was Joel's death. Here's the second one. The second half of the game, completely Abby for let's say for like one section.
Exactly. That if you didn't hate this bitch then, you won't hate this bitch now.
Like, this bitch is wasting my time.
Oh my god, you played the whole game. It killed me. I could not get. I like watched 5 minutes of that. I was like, yo, she pissing me off already. I don't. And you play as the enemy. That's so backwards to me.
And I know they were literally trying to pull like what a lot of the things happen in Naruto. You try to get the sympathy for the enemy. The problem is you're doing it all wrong.
Like fucking in Naruto, where it's like, oh, you're trying to get sympathy for the enemy. It's just like that's usually like one episode. It's like this is like half a season.
Literally.
No, I don't think they made any attempt. I don't know. I never at all felt. I don't know. It's just the way that she was developed character-wise. She just had. I couldn't feel sympathy for her.
Well, see, and here's the thing. There's a couple of things they try to do it.
Mm-hmm.
The first one they kind of pull off right in the beginning of her section, which is you learn why she went after Joel.
Right.
And while I can kind of see it, the placing is terrible.
Oh, most definitely. Because I think they just struggled with the ending of Last of Us. Because I remember there was 2 different endings, and then they switched it around, and then they only made it one ending. I'm like, no, false. This is incorrect. So I think it's just they didn't know how to proceed, and they just finally put some puzzle pieces together. Like, yeah, this will work.
Mm-hmm. No,
I feel like I was just gonna say because like what I wanted to say was like I feel like I'd be super pissed off, if I was like someone that was catching up on all this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'd be super pissed off because it's just like, okay, Naughty Dog, why do you want me to like her so much?
Oh, we haven't even gotten started on that part.
Oh boy!
Oh boy, indeed. Oh man. So here comes a technically spoiler alert because of Last of Us 1, which is like, I mean, it's an old game. If you haven't played it by now, like come on. But if you don't know, Ellie was going to die because they're trying to get a vaccine from her out of her like spinal thing or whatever, and Joel stopped that from happening. what you find out is that the doctor that Joel kills is Abby's dad.
Pom, pom, pom. I
Okay.
don't want to spoil it, but yeah.
And this is like the big reason why, like, because he got Joel killed him. He's dead. So Abby's like, I can't let this go. I need to find Joel and get revenge. So, and here's the way they played this out. They played that scene out, right? So she finds out everything. It's like, oh, sad moment, whatever. And then they immediately go back to the point that you hated her the most. They go back to when she kills Joel. Like,
Ooh,
literally.
rough salt on that wound.
Literally. It's
Yeah.
like, why would you do this?
They make you relive it.
It's like
It's so traumatic.
It's like, if you wanted me to feel bad for this character, don't show me the reason I hate this character in the first place. Right after. Like, I don't understand that process.
That was poor. It wasn't. I don't know. It's just. I don't know. I don't know
Question.
about that one.
What's up?
Was it the same writers as the first one?
I don't believe so, because I know
Yeah.
some writers left.
Yeah, I was gonna say some people left.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that.
Like 3 different people merged into one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it was like a director. I think there's like their ex-director or some shit. One of their people that left.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, I wouldn't play Abby either. I wouldn't want to be that fucking character. I don't want my face immortalized as that bitch. Like, what? That's fucked.
Oh,
At least
man.
with Joel, we found sympathy. Like, I think they did more sympathetic, like, feels for me with Joel, because essentially he was there to steal Ellie, and he was he was a bad man.
Mm-hmm.
Spoils, whatever.
But see, with Joel, they had something before even all that. He lost his daughter in the very beginning, so of course he's gonna feel super sympathetic towards Ellie. That's like another daughter to him. You're gonna make him lose another one?
Well, even then, throughout the game, it even started off, hey, we need to babysit some brat, whatever. Hey, man, your chump changed to me. Stay out of my sight. I don't care about you or nothing that you stand for. But then over time and shit changes. Joel was a dad, so naturally he does dad things. And the next thing you know, goddamn it, I think I love this piece of shit that I was supposed to just throw away.
Exactly.
Right.
Like,
And I think they
that's
tried
what-
to recreate that, and then it just pooped.
A lot of it to me just sounds like whoever was like in charge of this of this section of the writing, like motherfucker wanted to have like he was engineering because like instead of it coming to him naturally, it's like the motherfucker was engineering a moment where it's just kind of like, aha, you thought you knew this character, but now I'm gonna make you feel sympathy. It's like, nope.
The second half literally feels like that. And it's a long second half. Like, a good, I think, what, they said it was a majority 10 hours?
Roughly, yeah. I wasn't saying.
Yeah. Like, you're with her for a long time.
Yeah, she's your friend. Like, your buddy system.
You play as her for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they go through so much shit with her, but because it was already established that I hate this woman,
Exactly.
I don't care what this woman does, this is a waste of time, I want to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, yeah, you literally thought you spoke my freaking exact feelings.
And it's like what they tried to do was, okay, at this point you probably hate Abby, so you know what we're gonna do? We're going to take this trans woman, right, and we're gonna put a bunch of trans boy, I think that's who it was?
Trans female to boy.
Yeah, so trans male, right?
Yeah.
Take this prepubescent trans male with you. Yes, they're also going through these same things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, fake. Like it all just came across so damn fake. So they pretty much repeated their own cycle, but instead of like just putting like a random kid with you. You have this swole ass trans woman, right? Because Abby is fucking swole.
Which
Bitch got
let me
fucking gains,
preference.
dog.
Let me preference something about that, because there has been a kind of a criticism about that.
About criticism about what? What's up?
How big she is. Now, I kind of get it, but at the same time, some of these same people that are saying like this is a criticism also love the fact of how she fights and stuff. And I say this in the fact like you can't have both, in my opinion.
You can't have your
I'd
cake
agree.
and eat it too.
Like, you think somebody like Ellie's gonna fight? It's like Abby? No. Ellie's a stick.
I got something. I got something to say about that too. But yeah, but they tried to pull the this person does terrible things, but for good reason shtick. But you already hate Ellie so much to the point where you actually don't even care about the little trans kids that are with you.
You mean Abby?
Abby.
Right.
Their names are too close. That's another thing. Their names are too close.
I did.
Who thought of that?
I did mean
Too damn
Abby.
hot.
Yeah, I did mean Abby though. But it's like it's too late. It's too late. I already hate this character. But then even then Abby goes and she helps the enemy out. Because these kids were from the people that they were fighting. They went and rescued kids. Then she gets caught. Then now she's just rogue on everybody. Just public enemy number one.
Mm-hmm. And let me get off on some of the gameplay aspects on that, because they gave Abby fucking everything. They gave her flamethrowers, a rifle. What else did they gave her like a bunch of stuff that Ellie gets none of. Literally nothing.
This game's supposed to be a stealth game, right?
She's like,
it was more like an action game now.
Yeah, it's definitely I would say Ellie's section is kind of more stealthier than hers, but that's mainly because she has nothing.
Yeah, right. It's like what does Ellie get? I mean, I can just kill clickers without needing to craft anything because I'm badass like that. That's about all she got. Well, but at the same time, Abby has the strength. She has the strength necessary to carry a flamethrower and a sniper rifle and all that stuff. She has the gains for it.
Right.
Which is fair, I guess. But give her something fun. Like anything. It literally felt like I was playing Joel throughout the first part of the first game. That was Ellie in a nutshell.
Abby.
No, Abby was the fun one.
Abby was fun. But what, playing Joel wasn't fun?
Not in the first part. Once you got all the good stuff in the first game, then it was fun.
Fair enough. But yeah, but I think the only thing I want to add now is towards the end, because something in the end doesn't make sense to me.
I'll be getting there into a second, because we also have to talk about her friends that they try to make you feel sympathy for.
Yeah, the little kids.
No, not them. The other people.
What? You mean the one dude who clapped her cheeks?
Him too. I was gonna get to that point, but I guess we can go to there now.
You're taking too damn long.
Well, that's what reviews do sometimes.
That's true.
Just get to the juicy bits.
That was a juicy bit, all right. But no, I was talking about her friends that you literally see die earlier in the game. They're technically back because of flashbacks, but you have to feel sorry for them. Same with Abby, but they end up doing things that I would say. There's one character, Nora, I want to point out. Similar to Jesse, she's kind of the homie. But at the same time, she also did something that made me pissed off at her, like Abby. So, you fucked up there, Naughty Dog. There was something else before you get to the aquarium and the juicy thing happens. Damn it, I can't think of what it was. So, it'll come back to me. But let's get to that infamous scene with her and Owen. What the fuck, Naughty Dog? Actually, you know what? What the fuck, Sony?
What the
So, what's this scene? What makes it so infamous?
It's basically like a sex scene, like full nudity, full frontal nudity for Abby, and well, almost full frontal nudity for Abby actually, which is something like Sony kind of made a statement of like not having that kind of things in their games for their titles.
Uh-huh.
So why is it okay here, and why was it even put there?
I mean, like, because like Abby's transgender, right?
No, Abby is the girl. There's another
okay.
character whose name is
Second
Glenn.
Abby.
A second Abby, not as buff.
Like fucking Abby has those fucking games, bro.
She be lifting, man. She was preparing for the day. I promise you, that girl.
She got those muscles carrying the story of this game.
Oh, like I misheard you because I thought like when you mentioned like that other like transgender character.
I thought Abby was transgender too.
No,
Yeah, I thought
she's
it was
not.
like the way
She's-
that it was like
so
the way I
she's-
understood it, it was like you're supposed
she's
like they're
just
supposed to feel
swole?
sympathy. Yeah.
She's just a super swole girl.
What? That's
Yeah.
bullshit.
super swole.
How do you get that swole in the apocalypse?
Dude, never mind that. Just like, I'm like, yo, how you get these muscles right here? Though? Like, how you get that?
Which is definitely one of those suspend your disbelief kind of things. But I mean, in a game where it's like fungus zombies and stuff and everything like that, it's trying to take it over.
Like small chick is the least of your concerns.
Like,
right
you're
now.
really questioning this now? That's one of those I can kind of let go. Kind of like, come on.
Fighting zombies here. Did you forget?
But it's like, oh man, it's still terrible though when it's like, oh, let me try to make you like this unlikable character. It's like, dude, that is insanely hard to pull off, and you guys aren't doing it.
Right.
I did like the transgender girl's sister Yara though, and then something happened to her. But
Oh, you're talking about that part. Oh boy.
yeah. Speaking of which,
Oh,
there's
boy.
another character.
Like, I know you want to get into that, but you should probably finish the whole infamous sex scene thing.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't understand why that one was okay, because it almost leads nothing to the plot. To be honest.
It
Like-
didn't do anything to the plot at all. Actually, if anything, it probably just made it worse.
It did actually.
Because it's not like oh man, Abby got her cheeks clapped. Now I understand why she killed Joel.
Exactly. Like, what was the point of this?
Like nothing like that was going on. She just like hey man, quit giving me shit. I'm gonna keep giving you shit because you keep giving me shit. Oh yeah, then they start choking each other, and then it's just like something just clicked. Just like I want you inside me.
Exactly.
Like, no,
Exactly. It literally what happened.
It sounds like it was written by a teenager.
And you know what the sad part about the entire thing was? And I'm probably gonna be alone in this one. Up until that point, I kind of liked Owen.
Damn.
He had no major relevance to me one way or the other.
Which, like, because like the whole thing is like during the kill scene of Joel and Abby killing him, he was the reason why Ellie and well, the only reason, like Ellie and Tommy are even alive, because he's like, let's leave him alive. We came for Joel. That's it. Like, he was kind of like I guess the good guy of the group, really, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, technically, he didn't even want to do this to begin with, but he was just there because he just wanted to help Abby. So, like, at that point, like, he was kind of like one of those, you know what, I feel you on this one a little bit. And then the sex scene happens, it's just like, fuck you. I don't care anymore.
It's still, I don't even know. I would say, like, pussy whipped at that point, because that's all he sounds like. He has an opinion, but he just doesn't follow through.
Well,
Like, you still a buster to me.
well, and see, there's a reason for it. And once again, spoiler alert, he has a pregnant girlfriend.
Oh my god.
So...
What the fuck?
Wait.
High School Musical shit.
So the dude that has like so he's got a pregnant girlfriend, but he also ends up banging Abby.
Exactly.
What?
And see, the thing is, that's another thing. They bring that up in the beginning of the game that he didn't want to do this because of Mel being pregnant. It's like, this makes no sense.
It's just bad drama.
That's exactly the main issue, that with people who actually uses their head brains, that's the problem that they had. Nothing makes sense. It doesn't it's like Joel got killed, but the way he got killed doesn't make sense. The way Abby gets into the story doesn't make sense. Abby gets her cheeks clapped. It doesn't make sense. There's a bunch of trans kids with her. It doesn't make sense. Not because they're trans, right? But more along the lines of, what does them being trans have to do with this? It makes no sense.
Well, I will slightly argue against that because of the whole.
You're willing to slightly argue against everything. I wake up in the evening and you're ready to argue about it.
Why are you waking up? Go back to sleep. No, because as you know, with the trans boy, and his sister, they have their whole group of what's known as Seraphites, I believe they're called, and it's kind of like a whole religious thing and whatnot. So you kind of understand their little plight when you go through their story bit.
Yeah.
So I understand that aspect of the whole trans thing, but the whole them kind of joining Abby and that whole aspect, that's where you kind of lose me.
It's just all so very confusing because it's like because of the backstory that I don't know, because I didn't play the game. I don't know that backstory. All I know is just it's some religious thing, or I don't want to say religion. It's the thing that their people do. I don't understand that.
It's what they believe in, basically. What's happening. Once you go through that aspect, you understand that thing. Which is another reason why I liked Yara, the sister, and then.
And then that happened. Just
speaking of which, there was another character that kind of goes with Yara, named Isaac. They're Abby's leader. I thought he was going to be a bigger person. Nope.
I've heard about Isaac.
Everybody's just like, oh, yo, look at this badass black dude. This
dude. Don't fuck with Isaac. Isaac's so important.
Yeah. And then what happened to Isaac? Let him know, Jazz.
Man, dude gets shot. He just gets shot. First off, I have the preference. He's about to shoot Abby because of what she's done, basically. And then he just gets shot, and that's it. And you only see him 2 times. 2 times in the story. The first time when you see he's badass, and the second when he gets killed.
Yep.
So it's like, you see,
it makes no sense.
I feel like you should have been bigger in the story, Isaac.
All that time you guys wasted on Abby should have been with Isaac.
Literally, there's so much time with Abby that could have been spent on all these other characters. If you want me to be sympathizing with these characters or anything like that, Ross, what the
Just the random face popping up.
People's reactions pre and post launch of Last of Us 2.
10 out of 10, Ross. 10 out of 10. But there's just too much of Abby and not enough of everything else that should have been there. It's all because
you have to like Abby.
No. Oh my gosh. But literally any of the characters I kind of like just died. Let's just say that. But let's see what else I wanted to talk about. Oh, and you know what the thing is, and I can't say because it's a big spoiler. I don't want I literally say this one, but literally the coolest thing in the entire game, I actually can't even like because it has to do with Abby and only Abby.
My God.
God damn it, Abby!
All right, but I know you don't want to talk about it. Is it that scene towards the end?
That scene towards the... Oh, no, it's before the end. Like, even before what happens to Yara and them. It's in the hospital.
I don't remember that part.
I'll type it to you later.
Okay.
But literally, like, it's like one of the coolest things to me, and I kind of wish it kind of got fleshed out even more.
Kind of what?
It kind of got fleshed out even more.
Oh.
Because it was such an interesting little thing in the world of the of Last of Us, and you don't see it again. It's like
So,
I
I was gonna say. So what you're telling me is basically Abby is strong with the Force, and she has to go to the planet to defeat Palpatine.
Sure. Slightly going off of that, there's so much Deus Ex Machina happening in this game. Like, there's so many times Abby and Ellie actually should have just died. Like, there's no way you should be living. But because plot armor... The apocalypse is showing favoritism. That's funny to me. But, like, literally, just because of plot armor, they're still alive somehow. Some way. But now we can start getting to, like, some super ending stuff. So, like, okay, do we want to get back to the climax, or do you want to go past that?
Which climax?
The Abby versus Ellie.
Not that climax. I want to talk a little bit before that.
Okay, well, before that, okay, let's go that. What did you want to talk about before that?
You know that part where they ran into each other again?
Again.
The second time, not the first time where Joel died, but the second time they ran into each other with Tommy this time. And,
yeah.
Because I watched that.
Boy.
I know about that part from watching Reason, and the entire time there was one major thing that stood out to me that was so fucking stupid. It was so fucking our gamer worded. It was just unbelievable.
I'm curious. What was it?
When they ran into each other, right? And Ellie's girlfriend was pregnant, and she was there for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But when they all came together, right? I want you to listen to me on this. They got into a gunfight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Listen to my words very closely. They got into a gunfight.
I get the why it's so stupid in the post-apocalypse where sound sensitive monsters are running around.
Oh, see, you're thinking about that. See, I'm about to mix your ass up right now. That ain't even what I'm talking about. Now, so tell me why in the middle of a gunfight, right? They got into a gunfight with each other. Abby and Ellie are in a gunfight. Tell me why they got to a point where Ellie ran away from Abby, right? And Abby had to go through this tight corridor that Ellie could easily fit through, right? Gunfight. Abby makes it through the thing, and what does Ellie do? Ellie punches her?
Well, and here's the... I'm not actually going to let you get it, because there's a problem with that entire section, to be honest.
No,
You were
shut
cutting
up.
off. What'd you say?
No, like, let him go.
Yeah, Jazz, shut your ass up. I don't want to hear this.
No, like, I'm actually agreeing with you, but there's something else I actually had a problem with that thing with.
And it's like Abby goes through the thing. Ellie punches. The gun is on the floor. The gun has bullets in it. And Ellie just lets Abby go through the thing, and she decides to punch her. And then Ellie gets overpowered by Ellie because, big surprise there. And then she picks up the gun and then starts shooting at her again. That shit could have gotten done and dusted right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
A cinematic gameplay.
Let me get to a cinematic gameplay real quick.
Oh boy.
So,
Yeah.
Going off of that fight scene, tell me how on earth Ellie loses to Abby when Abby is unarmed and Ellie knows the theater better than Abby.
Oh my god, I wasn't even thinking about that. I completely forgot about the fact that Abby didn't have guns on her. So it wasn't even a gun. It was a one-sided gunfight.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how?
Who puts their gun down in an God.
Like, what?
And I'll actually come back to this point later because there's actually going to be something that happens after this fact that makes me come back to this point.
Like, have these people ever seen an action movie ever? Like, Die Hard's making more sense.
I think they just threw something together and was like, yeah, fuck it. We got.
No,
like,
it is a terrible story. It makes no sense.
Mhm.
That is the problem. It makes no fucking sense.
Mhm.
But yeah, one-sided gunfight. Ellie has guns. Abby doesn't have guns in a place where Ellie knows better than the back of her damn hand.
She has home field advantage.
Home field advantage.
The gun.
Using nooks and crannies and secret little access ways, so all of her advantage gets Abby to a point where she has to struggle for movement. And what does she do? Punches her in the jaw, very softly, might I add. And then she gets fucking woman handled, and then she picks up the gun and just starts shooting at her again. That don't make no damn sense.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, and then Abby almost killed Dina.
Mm-hmm.
That was badass to me. Just like, wait, no, stop, she's pregnant. And then Abby replies, okay, so a double kill.
There's a lot of people who are just like, oh my gosh, I hate Abby for that. It's just like, if you
I hate Abby for what?
For that the whole thing of getting ready to kill Dina, right? Like, oh, she's pregnant, good. It's like people are mad at Abby for that. But there's something that literally happens before this that makes me think, are you serious? You're mad at Abby because of this? When Ellie did something similar?
It's true. Like, they waited to deliver her. I just think she just had a bad set off. Like, just bad taste in my mouth right off the jump.
I almost feel like I just want to blame the writers entirely, because like having a bad jumping off point does not make a character unsalvageable. Having, from what sounds like, consistent flaws throughout the game and almost like doubling down on them is like, you guys fucked up.
Oh yeah, and Eddie, I sent you the part.
I don't remember that part.
Oh, let me tell you, that was probably the coolest part in the entire game for me.
Oh, okay, you like it. All right, so I'm definitely.
Well, that's the thing. I would have liked it.
Oh shit.
If it wasn't for Abby.
Like, you're supposed to feel sorry for Abby, Jess.
Because
no one feels sorry for her. No one. Absolutely nobody who has played this feels sorry for this bitch at all.
Like, fucking, like, she could be killed by a horde of clickers and it'd be like, bye.
But see, like, my problem with it literally, it emphasizes the point that Abby has all the fun stuff. Literally, it's the icing on the cake of Abby equals fun for this game. And I hate that because I don't like this bitch.
Okay, so how much is there to go? Because I love hearing you guys get pissed about this. So I'm just curious, how much more is there?
So there's one more section after this. Which...
One more major thing that pisses me off to no end.
Okay, absolutely go.
As a spectator, right? Like, I didn't even experience it through my own two hands in my PS4. It is still so infuriating.
Like, my question can absolutely wait. I'm just curious. So go ahead, please.
So, spoiler alert once again. That whole fight we were talking about with Ellie and Abby wins, and then she lets Ellie and Dina go, and Tommy after scarring him in the beginning. And they're off to a place outside of Robert due to things and spoilers and so on and whatnot. And Ellie, Dina, and Tommy go back to Jackson and basically try to live out their lives. So you would think really this section would be the end of the game, to be honest. Like it's gonna end here until Ellie has a flashback. Well, kind of a nightmare flashback of Joel basically calling out to her and dying and stuff. So now, well, after a scuffle with Tommy, basically calling her out on some bullshit, which I have so much to say about Tommy, but I'm going to leave that alone.
They got a video.
I have to make a whole other video for Tommy. But after that, Ellie just is like, you know what? I have a great life with Dina. I have this kid that I'm taking care of and whatnot, because the baby was born at this point. And it's all and whatnot, but I have to go get this bitch. I gotta get Abby. I gotta finish the job.
After how long?
It's been a while because the baby's been born, so it's been a while.
The theater scene that we were talking about, she was probably in the middle, or Dina was in the middle, or at the tail end of her pregnancy.
Okay.
Well, she wasn't showing though yet.
I'm thinking second trimester, or maybe even towards the third.
Okay, because I was gonna say it's just like if she wasn't even showing, and then all of a sudden just wakes up one day and goes like, you know what, I'm gonna get revenge. It's like it's been how fucking long?
No, she was showing. She was showing. That's the last we saw.
I don't think she was. Was she?
No, she was showing.
I don't remember her showing. I remember her being sick, but I don't remember her showing.
No, she was showing, champ.
Hold on, there's one way I can literally find this out real quick.
Oh, you about to get on the game?
Yeah, actually, I could. I have a save right there. Here we go. There's literally a cutscene like that shows them when they're like about to kill each other.
Subscribe to the channel.
And then that's the part I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she's showing.
Doesn't?
No.
Maybe I have a different opinion because I knew she was already pregnant at that time.
Well, yeah, I mean at that point.
So it's like what I know is conflicting with the game. Because I know she's pregnant, so obviously she should be showing at this point. Or I guess based on what I think is showing, she would probably show. Who the fuck cares? That's not what's important.
Yeah, that's not the point.
Like, this ain't the hill I'm gonna fight on. But yeah, like the part I wanted to talk about was after that nightmare, because Abby is still hunting for her after she took that fat ass L in the theater. Yeah, like Abby's just like, oh, okay, yeah, that bitch will get away with that. And towards the end too, and then oh wait, no, yeah, okay, hold on, I can flesh this out even more.
Because there's literally a point to this that I kind of want to emphasize on this. But yeah, you go ahead.
All right, so when Ellie finally she's just like, you know what, I'm finna hunt this bitch. This bitch is gonna die. So she goes on a hunt. She goes on a hunt for Ellie. Abby. Shit.
The words
Ellie
are too close.
Abby.
Ellie is hunting. Not even just looking for her. She is hunting for Abby. I want that to be like solidified into you guys' minds, right? She's hunting.
Yeah, so, going off of that, like, why is everybody on a hunch? By the way, it's a hunch. It's a hunch. It's a hunch. Can hunches not be wrong?
oh yeah, just like oh yeah, we think Abby is over here. All right, well shit, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
I think they're confusing the word hunch with prediction.
Yeah, they're all here hunting, and and it's just like, okay, cool. We think she's over there. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna find shit. Ellie kills so many people. She gets caught in a trap. She gets her side impaled. Right. She gets caught upside down by these two dudes, and these two dudes, right, are just like, oh, they're talking shit to her. Just like, oh yeah, we'll feed you to the clicker. She's over here putting up the show. Like, oh my god, oh. Then one of the dudes gets bit and dies, but then she somehow manages to finesse those two dudes.
So there's actually something I wanted to bring up before that,
Oh shit!
which
Okay,
and I might be slightly crazy about thinking it this way, but okay, she has to quote do this or whatever to appease Joel or something. But at the same time, would you realistically go after somebody who literally beat your ass when you had every advantage, mind you, every advantage?
that makes sense, though.
Like, that does. I don't understand why you would even try to do that. And you have a loving family. Dina has already said she's going to leave your ass if you're gone. Like, this doesn't add up. There's no way you can win.
I must fight for honor.
The only reason you lived twice is because people were nice to you.
Out of the kindness of their heart.
Jess, I need some help. Some people are asking for a Discord link.
You can get the link.
I don't know how.
You don't know.
How do you not know how?
Because I'm dumb.
Click on the button.
Okay, I think I yeah.
No, it's in a big blue button. There you go. There you go.
Why is this the one time you want to claim being the dumb person of the group?
I'm always here like that. Holy shit.
Sorry, podcast.
Like seriously.
Oh man, but like I don't understand that aspect of doing that. Like, why? Why would you do this?
Be cool, guys, in the chat. Otherwise, I'm gonna ban you. I'm not. You guys haven't done anything yet, but I'm just putting that out as a warning.
Yeah, I give him full.
Yep, I thought so.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Then I
That's what we
delete
wanted.
You fell for the easiest blunders.
Yep.
I did.
Yep. Saw that coming.
We saw that coming from a mile away.
Oh yes,
Alt
we
and AD
love
25 said
text
nigger.
to speech.
Then. Yeah.
Good job, Moops.
That's everyone, right?
I think so.
I almost got ghost Kim by accident.
No.
That would have been real bad. But yeah, just goes on this wild ass hunt
Yeah, no more Discord links on my channel.
for a win.
Mm-hmm.
Just wow.
Like, it doesn't make sense at all.
It doesn't.
But now you can go ahead and with your point on the other one, because that was stupid too. How she got there.
Like Ellie goes through zombies and shit. Ellie goes through zombies, through actual people, through a prison, and then she finds out that Abby got caught and taken to a prison. Oh yeah, and that was another thing that happened too. When Abby was in San Fran, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets caught by those same guys. And then the little kid just got fucking falcon punched by that one dude into the garage door.
That got memed so much on YouTube.
Oh, dude, that was first off hilarious.
That felt so personal too.
It did just falcon punch, and then Ellie ran into those same dudes, got them both killed, laughed at them, mocked them in the process. It's fucked up because the one dude's just like, yeah, man, you want to find her quick, huh? Yeah, you should do something because of that zombie bite that you got there. I wish Ellie would have told them that she was immune before she killed them.
No, she's just like, fuck you, bam.
Yeah, she didn't even say shit. Just yeah, you're right. I probably should. They just killed him. It's like, okay.
Cool. Man, I would have been like, Too bad I won't be. You know.
Shit.
Yeah, you're
Just some ominous shit, just like, oh, don't you worry about that.
Basically, Ellie in a nutshell. Sayonara, sucker.
pretty much.
Boy, does it suck to be you. But yeah, she goes through all of that. And this is what kills me. They find each other. No. Ellie.
Big spoiler alert. Big spoiler alert. Because they're literally at the end.
Yeah, this is where the game cuts to credits, right? The game cuts to credit. And before this, they find each other. Ellie frees Abby from prison, right? And Lev too, right? Yeah. The two of them get freed. Boom, great, awesome, wonderful. They have a fight to the death. And then somewhere, miraculously, they both think to themselves, let's not do this. They just think to themselves, an eye for an eye makes the whole world go blind. It's like, yo, y'all have killed each other. Y'all have killed each other's friends. Y'all have killed friends among lovers and all that other weird shit. That's what I didn't get. They like, what was the point? What was the point of the hunt just to let her go in the end?
Yeah, like literally, Ellie, like to really set it home, Ellie literally had Abby like throat in her hands. Like Abby was practically a goner. There was no saving Abby.
Dead to rights. Dead to rights, dog. Dead to rights.
And
absolutely dead to rights. And then what does she do? This is wrong. I shouldn't do this.
Well, hold on. She sees an image of Joel and then says, this is wrong.
What?
In which I respond, Joel would have socked that bitch right in the motherfucking mouth with a shotgun.
Joel's done worse.
Yeah, exactly. Joel has done worse. But if this was smart Joel, I don't think he would have told her to go in the first place because she'd be a dumb bitch. But at that moment, yeah, Joel would have said, fucking kill her. You've been this way.
Never mind. Like, if you wasn't going to kill her, then you should have stayed home.
Exactly.
You came out for the sole purpose of killing the girl, so kill the girl. Like,
let's just preference this. If Ellie never went out there, Abby's dead.
Abby and Lev definitely would have died in that prison.
Literally, no saving them. They're dead. It's over.
And then what? Ellie goes in to save them from prison. Ellie comes in to save them from prison to kill them. Or
and
at least
doesn't do it.
and then still doesn't particularly do it anyway.
This is your one chance to get exactly what you want. If Abby was literally buffed like she was before, you getting your ass whooped again. But no, she is skinny to the bone.
Yeah, like she got starved in that prison.
But
Abby would have never really gave her that because, like, I don't know. Abby would have killed her.
That's what. Yeah, yeah. Had she not like gotten starved and everything? Had she not gotten starved, yeah, like it would have been a field day. But it was like an even playing field somewhat, and she still lost. Well, she still ended in a draw, the dumbest draw I've ever seen.
Which we didn't even preference the one thing that makes even the thing that happens after really dumb. She loses 2 fingers. Now, this is a problem because the one thing she has with Joel, like to connect them to, is the fact that Joel taught her how to play guitar. By losing those 2 fingers, she can't play guitar anymore. So she has lost everything now. She's lost Dina, she's lost Joel, she's lost pretty much all her friends. Ellie's alone. And for what?
And it's like the one thing that she could have had was the body of the person that caused all of this.
But no.
She let them get away on the boat.
So, what was the point?
Yeah. Don't get it.
Good question. Man. What was the point?
Really good question, man. I'm stumped.
And I know, like, somebody was telling me the other day, like, well, it was to stop the endless cycle of violence. Who's gonna, like, come after Ellie? Lev? Stab him! He's dead!
Like Ellie, what Ellie would have done to Lev would have been what Abby was doing to Ellie, just throwing that motherfucker around left and right.
Exactly.
Like Lev wasn't even double digits of age at that point. Like the motherfucker was what, 9?
Maybe if at that. Maybe 10, if that's being, like, generous.
Yeah.
Could have got bodied. Could have bodied Lev free. Frey. Not even free. Bodied Frey. But nah. Nah.
Hell, she could have left Lev to die. He was in the worst shape.
Yeah. But even then, that's what the game is. The game makes no sense. And that's like that has been the main problem right there. That's what everybody keeps saying. It makes no sense.
The game clearly favors Abby.
Clearly, they really wanted you to like love Abby so much so that I'm calling it now. If there is a part 3, it's Abby's story.
Well, that's funny because that was my question. It was like, if they did a part 3, would you think that they would kill Abby?
No, they have to. They have to.
They have to do the same thing they did to Joel. Literally, first 2 hours.
No, I need retribution. I need justice. Like, that's all I could think about the entire time. I was like, is anybody going to kill this bitch so we can get back to our storyline? But no one did. And I'm upset.
Abby got everything she practically... Well, not everything she practically wanted. But she got what she wanted. And Ellie got nothing.
Didn't she give back the guitar, or she at the end? I forget. Did she like leave the guitar his tombstone?
Mm-hmm.
Or,
because she couldn't play. She couldn't play anymore.
Couldn't play exactly. So what the fuck? She. I'm like, if I just played as Ellie the entire time, then none of this shit would have happened. Just let me take control of the wheel.
No, it's just it was just never mind. Never mind people dying, right? Even if it would have ended, even if Ellie would have died, even if they both would have died, right? Them dying wouldn't necessarily have been the problem. It's just that everything was done so poorly that nobody likes any of it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They had a good first game.
Oh, they had an amazing... Some people call that a masterpiece.
Exactly. But shit made sense then.
Yeah, it made a hell of a lot more sense.
Even with the clickers.
Yeah, but just stopped making sense, so it wasn't as good.
Nobody like took the storyline and proofread that. I feel like it defies
everything that happened defies human logic.
Basically, like, I've come to the conclusion, basically they were saying there are no good people, and everybody's gonna die.
What's possible, though?
Which, there is something I kind of slightly, like, and some people, like, disagree with me on this wholeheartedly, like, with the death of, like, Jesse and another character named Manny, who kind of, like, died very quickly.
Oh, yeah, he kind of died out of nowhere.
Yeah, he did, but at the same time, I slightly respect it, because it feels more apocalyptic that way. Like, you're not gonna have every hero have a heroic death.
Of course.
So, for them to, like, get popped like that, it made it feel a little more realistic to me.
That they could have died at, like, any moment.
Yeah. Like, I'll respect that decision. Although I do also respect the decision of people saying, well, they should have gone out better. I can see that. But it makes more sense, I feel like, the other way around.
Really? I don't think it made sense anywhere.
Well, I mean, the game clearly didn't make sense, but for that moment, for me, it kind of made slight sense. And I'll tell you the part later, Moopsy, about what I thought was the coolest part of the game. Because it literally was like, oh wow, this is amazing. I want more of this, and you never get it ever again. But I think when I originally finished it, I gave it like a 7, right, Moops?
Something like that.
And then after thinking about it, I think I gave it like a 5.
So now that we've thought it out.
Yeah. Like, what is up with zombie games disappointing me this year?
At least Resident Evil 3 was still entertaining somewhat.
Oh yeah.
You know, like just go outside. That's your zombie movie right there.
Yep, there you go.
Zombie game, go ahead.
It's got the
Post-apocalypse in New York, we got you.
Yeah, but yeah, I gave it a 5. Like, I'm not gonna give it any lower than that because I will say, even despite the fact it was fucking Abby, I did have fun playing as her with certain aspects, like the fact that she would literally crush a person's head in with her foot. And like she would smack the shit out of people and whatnot. It's like, damn, Abby is swole as fuck, and I love it. But it's Abby.
You know what was another thing that pissed me off about her was her fear of heights. I won't lie. Like, I think it was a really cool, like, added characteristic. However, it gave me constant panic attacks, and I'm like not that afraid of heights, but I'm like, why am I panicking right now? It was just like, I mean, they did really good with sound engineering in that aspect, but it was like, why? Why did you do this to me? Why are you making me so uncomfortable right now?
So I'm slightly with you on that. Like, I won't like dock because of that, because that means they were doing their job.
Yeah, they were doing a good job. But like, why?
There's a part in the game that I literally was like, oh, fuck this. I had to take a second to like reestablish myself because this was too good.
Yeah, there was like, and I noticed that with a lot of people, like, they just had to take a second with her, and I'm like, get your shit together, Abby, like, fuck. Like, I feel like I was Lev at some points, like, I should have been Lev, talking to her through this.
Well, to be fair, there's one particular moment, like, everybody would be Abby at that moment, even Lev should have been Abby at that moment.
That's true. That high up on the buildings,
like on that fucking bridge that's like literally looks like the Twin Towers at the top. It's like, what is this?
Dude, I definitely got on those points, but I mean, like, some other shit, like the one where she was inside the building and then she was just crossing over the city, and then like you get harder vertigo the more you look down, so it's like, now I was just curious, like, I just want to keep looking, I want to see what happens.
Oh, speaking of which,
that.
You actually reminded me of something. This game has the jankiest jump I think I've ever seen. Like, you'll do a running start and you'll jump, but it feels like you go nowhere.
It's all that weight she's carrying.
Even Ellie? Ellie has nothing on her. She feels like she's jumping 2 feet.
I feel like I absorbed more of Abby because I was just so frustrated the entire time watching her. So I just feel like she's like the primary focus. Like, I don't even think I recall much of Ellie. And it's just like only through what you guys are telling me, I'm like, oh yeah, Ellie was in the game. I forgot.
Abby, in a nutshell. Yeah, for sure. But I think that's all I want to waste my energy on Last of Us 2 for.
Waste my energy.
That was a lot.
Wait, did you have any questions, Lucy?
Mine was that whole fucking should they kill Abby thing.
Oh, should they have killed Abby? Oh, hell.
Well,
I mean, at that point...
Like, for the next one, do you think they should kill Abby?
I mean, yes. But at the same time, the way... What she leads up to, I'm not sure exactly where they would even go with it. So on the one, yes, they should have, but at the same time, it should be Ellie to do it, so it won't be her. So at the same time, no. I'm conflicted. I am confusion.
I am.
It's just, if they do make a part 3, it's most likely going to be Abby. I hella doubt they're going to keep going with Ellie. Especially how psychopathic they made her in the end. I don't know. I would have to see what their concept is, or lack thereof.
They didn't make the cure in this one, did they?
Wait, they didn't make a what?
They didn't make the cure yet, did they?
No.
See, I feel like that's what where it would go. Like, the cure. We got the cure.
Turns out Abby's the other one in the cure.
Take that back.
But wait, they have to kill her.
Or like Abby
That'll be
finds
the only
another
good thing she's
kid
done.
that also has to be the cure. That would be wild.
Which, I mean, for anybody who doesn't know, you can't exactly make a vaccine for a fungal disease. But you know, we're not gonna touch that.
I was about to go like deeper into like theories, but yeah, no, we're good.
It's like, what are you talking about? Of course they can. You just be
Yes.
weird.
Name the vaccine, Abby.
No, jeez.
Oh, God.
The Abby vaccine, yeah.
They call it Ellie.
She's gonna fail.
Ellie for short.
Or another thing they fuck with us with. Just like, yeah, we come up with a cure for the coronavirus mandate. We called it LE19. Just like, no. Cut that shit out. Right goddamn now.
I don't need it.
Please, no, God, no, please, no.
Not like this.
Oh, man. Yeah, is there anything else we want to add on this dumpster fire?
Nope.
I'm good.
Yeah, like if you really want to look at the game, watch a Let's Play. Just do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, sure. 10 out of 10 would recommend a Let's Play them. Same thing with Ghost. I would just do a Let's Play of it. But if you really want for good visuals,
Say that for me, Ghost, I would say play it. Definitely play it. It's way better.
yeah, I guess for the combat, but I just kind of like watching it. I don't know, I'm a person that will watch people play video games and play them. I don't know, because I'm broke. I'm like, well, I have no other fucking option.
See, you had the broke part, and I'm with you.
So I'll Let's Play anything, or I'll watch a Let's Play on anything. So
you had me at broke. No, so
awesome.
I think that was practically it. Well, I was gonna bring up the whole Xbox thing, but as you just said with Mighty Keith, the thing's tomorrow, so fuck that rumor.
Yep.
We shall see tomorrow.
Well, are we expecting anything good out of it, or are we expecting another snooze fest?
Short answer, no.
I don't expect anything on Xbox.
See, there's literally only one thing that could make me excited to get an Xbox right now, and it's never gonna happen because BioWare sucks now.
Is it Last of Us? or not Last of Us? Oh my God.
Is it a Jade Empire remaster?
Bingo! Or
Jade Empire from Bio. Oh my God! Wow.
It's never gonna happen. Ever.
Nope.
Like what the fuck? It's crazy.
Nah, especially after what was it, Andromeda? After that flopped so hard.
Yeah.
It did flop very hard, yes.
Ain't gonna happen.
Alrighty. So I think if that's everything,
I believe so. Is there anything else we want to add?
I got nothing.
Not as far as the podcast, no.
Then I think
All I know is Kanye went
No,
crazy.
or rather, the current stories, no.
Did you say
Alright.
about Kanye?
Oh no, we won't. We'll say that for another podcast.
Okay.
So I'll just say Kanye went crazy. That's it.
Alright, you wanna give us the sign off, Jess?
I can sign off.
Wait, hold on. I have things to add.
Okay.
Oh, when I said I didn't have anything to add, I meant like as far as like The Last of Us 2.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so it turns out, you know what dumb thing I did?
What's that?
Shit.
I downloaded Tales of Crestoria.
Oh, that's and you're talking about Ghost of Tsushima like taking your schedule away.
Like yeah,
Whoa.
I picked up Tales. Well, it was free to download. It's a mobile game. Not bad. It reminds you know what it is. It's like Raid Shadow Legends, but it has characters that I actually like.
Nah, you lost me at Raid.
Yeah, I figured I would lose you, and that's okay. I'm glad.
I played Raid because I can't get in.
Well, I've played turn-based RPGs,
Right.
but it's just that with the thing with Raid Shadow Legends, it's just like it's boring. It's just look at me. I'm a dark knight. Look at me praise the sun and all that other dumb shit. At least here, it's I know some of the Tales characters.
Tales of Crestoria.
And yeah, it ain't that bad. So far it's been pretty fun. I think the thing that got me the most was that when I was they let you summon characters from other Tales games to be in your party permanently. But they let you pick which character from any of the Tales series that you could put in. So it's just like I picked King Gaius from the jump. It's just like, okay, well,
I knew you were
sold.
gonna do that. The second I heard you say that, it's like, well, King Gaius is already in there.
I'm just like, well, shit. If y'all's gonna do this, I'm like, yeah, y'all got me. Great. Good. Fucking wonderful. They got me, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't want them to get me, but they got me.
I'm getting it. I got the get. Because I've been for mobile gaming. I'll add on to that. I was playing Sky, and then getting back into Call of Duty Mobile just because I'm
You've played COD Mobile?
Of course, season 1 I went like platinum or something.
I wouldn't have touched that. And I play COD.
I did, and I enjoyed it because I was like, I refuse. Well, okay, see, some little background to me. I don't like battle royales. However, I can enjoy my time on them. And so, because I didn't want to play Apex, because I don't ever want to touch Fortnite again, because like all these battle royales just have terrible names, I was like, you know what? Just why not with COD? And while I wait for Warzone, I might as well play it. And I got really sucked into it that I like ended up buying a whole season pass and playing nonstop.
I didn't get COD Mobile for Battle Royale, but I do like Apex as a BR game.
Yeah, and it was just a nice little, really nice on mobile. I don't know why it just got to me. And then I played Sky the game, which is a really nice and relaxing game. What other games on there? It was like Knighthood. There's so many mobile games I'm on. Dream Daddy was recently free. I got that.
Of course you did. I heard you rub your hands and everything.
Hell yeah.
You just like Dream Daddy.
I need to get me that. Dating outside of dating sims, it's just MMOs. Like I know Destiny came out with is it their new season? Destiny has a new season. Division has a new season. Warframe has new relics to unlock, as well as a new Prime, Neuros Prime. What else is happening in MMOs?
Neuros Prime, that fucking nerd.
I haven't been playing much else. I think of right now.
I used to play the Division. I fell off of it because the game isn't balanced the way that I would like it to be balanced.
Oh, we can talk Division all day.
You know what? We probably could talk Division all day, but I don't want to.
I digress. I don't want to either. Okay, I played it.
I don't want to talk about how much that game breaks my heart.
It does. I still play it. It still breaks my heart.
Nah. The only way that I'm coming back to that game is to get my platinum trophy for the game, and then I'm done with it.
I'm done. I quit.
Outside of that, yeah, I'm not. I really the first one too. Like I want to get platinum for the first game and then be done with that completely. And I think the one thing that truly got me away from it was that in order to the battle pass that the Division 2 has, you can't you can't buy one, finish it out, and then the currency that you get from that goes to the other one. You have to keep buying them. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, they kind of lock you into a season, which sucks. Which
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
not.
try to for.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
But
not doing it.
this time around, seems a little. I don't know. I might not buy it, but they do have an exotic that's for free. That's what I'm farming for currently. So
Yeah, but they're gonna always have an exotic for free. But that free exotic
Get this
isn't the free exotic isn't enough for me to consciously keep buying the pass for that game.
well, it's free, so I just don't even buy it. I said I'll just play the activities, get my exotic, and leave.
Oh, it's on the free. Oh, it's on the free thing.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
I
like one of
didn't.
the exotics I should need for my. But they do have exotics under in the season pass, which make it a little bit more worth it. But I already spent money on the. I thought this is what I thought. So I thought with buying the expansion that I would get season pass as well, which I did not get, and I was very saddened by. I'm like, really? Like I want a
Yeah.
whole year season pass, but I'm trying out this manhunt to see if I like it or not. We'll see. We'll see.
Fun.
Destiny is probably the better of the three.
I'm
If you
starting.
if you ask me, yeah, like I don't even play Destiny like that, but Destiny will probably be the best between itself, Warframe, and the Division.
I can agree on that.
No, but I don't want to talk about this. Everybody else is falling asleep.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, I'm
Same.
talking about Jazz and Moose. I'm not asleep.
I'm distant. What's up?
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
All right, cool. Let us get ourselves out of
So-
here.
You want to do this or not, Jess?
Usually you start, but okay. You can find me at All Things Cosmic Jazz. I've been doing the Tekken Legacy as of right now. I just started with Tekken 1. Tomorrow should be Tekken 2 and 3. As long as the program doesn't like crash on me again. And I might be doing a couple of shooters on the stream recently because I've gotten a couple of beta codes for a bunch of stuff.
Nice.
So we shall see, but until then, hopefully y'all have a wonderful July, and we will see you in August.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
And we're out.
Boop, boop, boop.